Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty. Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, welcome to another edition, another episode of Roll the Tape podcast with Manager Marty. I'm your host, Manager Marty. I'm excited for all of you to be here today. We're going to do something that we have not done in a month of Sundays, and that is our Town Watch check-in. I'm going to explain to you what that means in just a second. Before I do, I have to acknowledge members of the channel, supervisors of the Roll the Tape film crew. Double salute to my guy, Biz on the Beat. Double salute to my guy, Andre Noble. Double salute to Fort Greene Pharaoh. I welcome each and every last one of you here watching the replay of the live and watching me live. Grab a plate. You know we at another family barbecue. Grab a plate. Come on in and have a seat. We need answers. This is open panel now. Let me be clear. Open panel. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. That means that all are welcome. Come on in. We have a few things that we're going to discuss today. We got to talk about Adrien Broner versus Blair Cob. I mean, both of these guys will be fighting this weekend. I don't know how the fight gonna play out, but we can talk about it. Don't forget, next weekend, June 15th, Frank versus Tank is happening. Frank Martin versus Gervonta Tank Davis. We have to have a preview on that today. We're actually going to have several previews, breakdowns, and even predictions of that fight until it happens. But I want to get your perspective. What you think. Come on and join the panel, join the show. All are welcome. And then, of course, I have to play an excerpt from Clarissa Shields. She is wearing the SNAC products, the SNAC paraphernalia. She's taking the supplements. She sounds like she's on the SNAC program. And she also has a fight coming up in July. I believe that was just announced within 24 hours. It's all over social media. So we got to talk about her joining the SNAC program. I don't know if she's just being endorsed, but we're going to let her explain her position in relationship with Victor Conte. Because I want to play her own words so that we all can be on the same page here. There's nothing really wrong with joining the SNAC program. Ain't nothing wrong with it, right, y'all? I mean, some of y'all favorite fighters is over there. Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Hey, she ain't the first one, and definitely ain't the last to join the SNAC program. Double salute to another member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew, my guy, J. Sir, 72 in the building. So if you're just joining live, you might have missed it, but we're going to do something that we have not done in a while. It's our Town Watch check-in. Now, some of y'all might have forgot what the Town Watch check-in is. Some of you probably haven't even heard of it before. It's very simple. The Town Watch check-in. I invented the Town Watch check-in. I call it the Town Watch check-in. We do it here in the preliminary of most of our shows, particularly here on StreamYard. I've been doing it now for a very, very long time. And the reason why I do it in the beginning of each segment is because it allows everybody to be a part of the broadcast, irregardless of your perspective, because we have different opinions, different points of views, different perspectives on the topics that we discuss on this channel. So what we do is we do a Town Watch check-in, basically as a foreshadow to what we're going to discuss and how we're going to present it on the show today, because we have different geographical locations that we represent, right? Okay, so it's synonymous with the different perspectives and points of views and opinions that we will share on the panel today and moving forward through the broadcast. So the Town Watch check-in is very simple. Everybody can participate. If you're watching the live on a replay version of it, you can also participate in the comments section. But if you're live in living color right now under the sound of my voice, the participation is very, very simple. All you have to do now in the chat, I know some of y'all forgot about this. We got to bring it back around. In the chat, all you have to do is drop your geographical location that you're representing, any state, any city, any country, and or any island that you represent. It could be where you're from and or where you're located. Drop it in the chat. I'm going to publicly acknowledge it. You ready? Good. Now, before you hear me acknowledge, I got to start it off first and let y'all know I'm representing the DFW all day. That's Philly, but already. That's what they taught me how to say when I moved to Texas. Already. And then I taught them how to say John. You heard? So, with that being said, I'm representing the DFW, Arlington, Texas to be exact, but the entire state, Fort Worth, Dallas, stand up on your feet. I'm representing y'all. Salute. And then I can't salute Dallas, Fort Worth, none of the other sections in Texas without representing my hometown in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm talking about the great city of Philadelphia, Philly. Y'all know what we come to do when we come to do it. So salute to my people representing my city in Philly. And speaking of that, I got my guy Dean by any means. I seen him in the parking lot. Yeah. He just pulled up to the building and he just walked in it. So salute to Dean. Who else we got in here, y'all? Come on, let's check on in. I know y'all ain't hear me do this in a while, but we got to check in. Fort Greene, Brooklyn, New York City. I see you. It's Brooklyn in the house, without a doubt. Atlantic City, New Jersey. 609 is in the building. Ohio is in the building. I see you. Come on, y'all. Let's check on in. The Bay Area. Come on, Bay Area in the house. Yeah. Come on, I see you. H-Town. Stand up. Hey, Mobile in this joint. Yeah, listen, people from all walks of life is here, from the West Coast to the East Coast. Can I get somebody from the Dirty South to come on down? 619, San Diego is in the building. Okay, Night Rider, I ain't see you in a while. 318, Louisiana is in the house. Come on, y'all, let's check on in. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else in the YouTube boxing community. So come on and get it right now. Check on in. Well, hold up for a minute. It's almost 90 degrees in Philly, but I don't know why the wind is blowing. Oh, I do know why. Because Windy City, you just stepped in the building. Shot-Town is in the house. I see you. Oh, yeah. Dayton. Come on in, Dayton. Come on in, Dayton. I see you. Yeah. Albany, New York is in the spot. Yeah. Rockford, Illinois is here. I see you. San Diego, California just stepped in the building. I see you. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. My man Alvin from Chesapeake, Virginia just stepped off the elevator. I see you. Come on in. Huh? New York. New York here. New York here. Come on, y'all. Let's check on in. Who else we got in here? Yeah, if you're watching the replay of this live, you can actually drop your location in the comments section. And when I'm done, I'll make sure I go ahead and shout you out. Come on now. Listen now. Let me tell you something right now. This is not just for my American audience. You know, I have audience members all around the world. Around the world. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised that people in the Philippines support the channel. People all the way in Australia support the channel. And of course, one of my favorite places outside the country, London, England, is in the building. I see you. Yeah. The UK be backing me up. Yo, a lot of people from UK support the channel. Yeah. I check my analytics a little bit. I check them a little bit. Well, I would say I check them often. I know who's watching. Yeah, Baltimore is up in here. Let's go. Boogie down. Boogie down. Bronx. New York is in the building, just stepping off the elevator. Come on in. As the viewership is increasing exponentially. Come on in. Grab a plate, have a seat. We need answers. Naptown, Indiana is in the building. I see you. Come on in, y'all. Check on in. We got a few more minutes. Y'all don't mind. Y'all don't mind, do you? We got a few more minutes, man. We haven't done this in a while. We haven't done it in the while. London is here. Come on, man. What you talking about? Talking about they don't support the channel, huh? Talking about people don't love me on YouTube, huh? Talking about people don't love the truth, huh? Huh? I love being broke, huh? What you talking about? What y'all talking about, man? We got people from all around the world that love the content, that appreciate the painstaking research that I conduct. Come on, man. That appreciate the interviews that I've conducted so far. Come on, man. The content that I publish, quality over quantity. Come on, man. They just hating. They can't stop the Roll the Tape film crew members. They can hate on me all they want. They can't stop, y'all. I got the hottest chat on YouTube. I got the best members on YouTube. They talking about. Yeah, we got to show the listen, y'all know what y'all can do is click that link whenever you want. Yeah. Y'all know y'all can click that link. Y'all know y'all can click that thing anytime. You hear me? We need answers. My main man, Pots and Pans. I knew it was him when I looked out the window. He pulled up with the Cadillac. I seen him. Yeah, he got the new caddy too, the 2020. He got the 2025 caddy. I seen him. Then he parked in the parking lot, jumped on the elevator and jumped off the elevator, got back on the elevator, realized he was on the wrong floor, came up, and now I see him. And I'm talking about my man, my family, Lucky in the building. I see you. Baltimore, stand up. Come on, be more. Y'all know what we do. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, baby. Can I get another check-in? Any more check-ins before we go? Any more? Any more? Oh, I do got one more. Baltimore to the finish, no doubt. Come on, y'all. Need y'all to smack that like button. Huh? Double uppercut that like button. Hook that like button to the body. Hook that like button to the body, man. H-Town in the building, I see you. Yeah, we checking all the way in. Let the likes be congruent with the views. That's all we ask for. We don't ask for much. We about to get on to the show real quick. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Yeah. Y'all know what we're going to talk about, don't you? If you just joining us live in living color, we got a couple of things we need to discuss. This is open panel now. That means anybody can click that link that's pinned to the top of the chat and let's talk. Let's have a discussion. We're talking about boxing. That's all I'm saying. You know what we're going to talk about to the new viewers that just joined in? We're going to talk about Frank Martin versus Tank Davis. Is this Tank Davis' toughest challenge yet? What is the preview of this fight? We're hearing things. I'm hearing that Frank Martin is going to dominate Tank. I'm hearing Tank's going to knock Frank Martin out. I'm hearing all kind of stuff. We need answers. So this is the place to discuss it today. Broner versus Blair Cob. That's happening this weekend. Clarissa Shields. She made some public statements not too long ago. I think it was a few days ago. I want to play some excerpts of that when she talked about the SNAC program and Victor. And oh man, we're going to have a good show. Absolutely. Come on and check in. Check in. Can I get one more? Yeah, you know the air fryer is warming up. I just want y'all to know that. Can we get one more check-in or we good? One more? One more check-in. Any state, city, island, and or country represented in the chat, I'm going to acknowledge. Can I get one more? Double salute to my guy. He is a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Take film crew. I'm glad he's here. Andre Smith. Salute, brother. Can I get one more check-in? One more, just one more so we can get the show rolling. Yeah, check in. Boogie Down Bronx, New York is here. Yeah, let's go. Dallas, Texas just stepped in the building. I see you. Come on, Creole. You always talking about you from Wakanda. Come on, Creole. We know you ain't from Wakanda. Creole always talking about you from Wakanda, baby. What kind of food they sell in Wakanda, bro? That's why I want to know. I got to go check it out. And do they? Hey, listen. Hey, let me turn this on. Let me do this right here real quick one time. Yeah. Be more in the building. Yeah. Be more back in the spot. We got everybody from Baltimore representing, man. Hold on for a minute. Let me start the show off right. Speaking of Wakanda, right? Now, some of y'all don't recall this, but I'm going to refresh your memory if you were day one. I'm going to see if we got some day one supporters in here. I know we got a couple of people that, just started becoming members of the channel and members of the Roll to Take film crew and even supporters of the channel and people that just started viewing over the last few months. But if you are a day one supporter in Atlanta, I see you in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm heavy in the A. Ronaldo. I'm real heavy in the A. Anyway, if you a day one supporter, y'all remember, and then this is when I say a long time ago, I'm talking about a year and like 2 or 3 months ago. Y'all remember when I said that I wanted to do something that has never been done before? It's probably a year ago, actually. Yeah, a year and 2 months ago. I want to do something that's never been done before in the history of boxing. And that is, I want to be the promoter and the manager in this equation, okay? Why not have a content creator versus a content creator boxing event? Yeah, I figured, content creators on the YouTube boxing community streets always talking about boxing, right? We always talk about boxing. 7 days a week, we control boxing's media here in the YouTube boxing community, correct? Okay, so I figure, since we already talking about boxing, as content creators, why not have content creators versus content creators in the ring, amateur boxing style, and basically allow the professional boxers to come and see us perform? Why? Because we, content creators, we support the professional boxers. We watch them on TV, right? Don't we? On live streaming platforms, don't we? Live events at the actual fights, don't we? Yes. Well, why don't we entertain them? And content creator get in the ring with another content creator and duke it out. It's only 3 rounds, amateur boxing style. Okay, we're going to have headgear on, bigger gloves to protect everybody, but people can still get knocked out in the amateurs. Why not? I said that a year and 2 months ago, so I figured I'd bring it back around. I wonder if other people would be interested in that. I think it would be great. We can do live streaming. All the content creators can make money off of it because, most of the content creators in the YouTube boxing community already monetize. Why not? We can promote it. We can commentate on it. Like if you don't want to compete, which most of them don't want to compete, but if the ones that can't compete because of health reasons or they don't want to, hey, we do our own commentators. You know what I mean? Why not? We do. Hey, there's we can do our own ring card girls. You know what I mean? All like a whole content creator extravaganza. You know what I mean? And we do it for a weekend. We do that. The fighting on the let me see, how are we gonna do that? We'll do a banquet on the Friday, and then on Saturday the next day we go ahead and rumble. I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's a really good opportunity. Don't y'all think so? Tell your favorite content creators to listen to this and see if they'd be interested in it. Just go ask them. It's either yes or no. Why not? Everybody can monetize it. You know what I mean? We have a weigh-in. All the things that the professional boxers do, we can do it. Why not? Why not? I think it's a great opportunity. You know what I mean? And listen, I make one phone call and all the bouts will be sanctioned, just like we do in the amateur boxing community. For USA Boxing, we'll have USA Boxing sanction the event. We can do a fundraiser opportunity. We can do all kind of stuff with it to show that we're trying to give back to the sport of boxing. We all can monetize. This will be a great opportunity. Your family can come. I just think it's a good, I thought about this a year some change ago. I brought it out before, but I didn't get the response that I thought, I should have gotten from other content creators, but they probably forgot. So let's bring it all the way back around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Biz on the beat. Biz on the beat. Why you gotta go there, bro? What the content creators want to box me for? Huh? Whoever won, but we can box. No problem. Let's go. We can do it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you straight up. I do have to get a doctor to clear me, but I ain't gonna say let me reframe that for somebody to say I'm frauding something. We're gonna have medical personnel, okay, give us the same physicals that they give the professional boxers, okay? That's what I'm basically saying. I don't know if I'll get clear, to be honest with you. But we make no excuses in boxing, okay? Everybody can participate. That's all I'm really trying to say. You know? Hey, why not? Yeah. All right, let's get on with the show because my thing is this. Just so y'all know, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. All you gotta do is click it. Come on and come holler at me. Let's talk. Let's talk boxing. Yeah. Let me do this because I know people want to support the Cash App. Gotta support the channel now. We can't keep doing this for free because I gotta pay for the food now. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna serve you fresh bread. I'm gonna provide all the utensils, all the plates, all the condiments. But I need somebody to help with the grocery bill. That's all I'm saying. And there's the Cash App right there in the super chat, super sticker, and super thanks is readily available and accessible to you. I will appreciate all your support in advance. And then, of course, when you do support and contribute to the channel, live in living color, I am going to publicly acknowledge you. Now, with that being said, right, we got to talk about this. Link pinned to the top. You know, a lot of people be having all this stuff to say when I'm not on StreamYard, right? When there's no link in the chat. Everybody got something to say in my comment section, emailing me and even in the chat. I'm not talking about my family. I'm talking about the ones that's not family to us. But then when the link is there, I want to come up. I find that interesting. You know, we can talk about anything, but it has to be boxing related and it has to be related to the topics. We can talk about whatever. Don't make no difference. Okay? All I'm saying is this. We got Broner versus Cob, right? Hold up. Y'all heard the sound of that, right? Hold up for a minute. Let me see what's going on. Come on, man. Y'all already know Estelle always drop the first Cash App. Y'all know. Always supporting the channel. Double salute to Estelle. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. As always, I really, really appreciate it. Always. And double salute to my guy. He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll the Tape Film crew. He's like family. Matthew Thomas is here. And you know his famous line is let the teacher teach. And I'm going to try to do a little bit of that today with the assistance of a little bit of entertainment. You know, I got to entertain you. You know that, right? Oh, my man Carl Brown just stepped in the building too. Man, we got the hottest chat on YouTube. I promise you that. Now, Adrien Broner and Blair Cob, right? First of all, I'm gonna ask y'all, what y'all got on this fight? I mean, we don't have to do no predict. Well, they about to fight Saturday. So why not? Let's do a prediction. Let's talk about it. I mean, both of these guys haven't been in the ring in a little minute, especially Adrien Broner. I mean, we've been waiting to see Adrien Broner. Well, not we, like everybody. I know I have. I've been waiting to see. I like Adrien Broner. I actually like him. I think he's a real one. I like when people are real and authentic. I never seen him be fake. Me personally, I haven't. He's always been consistent. You know what I mean? I like Adrien Broner. I do. Think he's a good guy and he's a real one. You know, I respect all the real ones. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100. And I always say be honest and keep it 100. It's just a figure of speech. I'm always gonna be honest with y'all anyway. All right. But I want Adrien Broner to win this. I do. I want him to win it. And I'm not saying nothing against Blair. I know what city Blair Cob from. I know where he's from. But I'm just saying I want Adrien Broner to win this. He hasn't been in the ring for a very long time. And also, Blair Cob can rumble, though. Don't get it twisted. This is not a walk in the park for Adrien Broner. I just want everybody to be clear on that. It's not a walk in the park for Broner because he's had a lot of long layoffs. And, you know, he's up there in age. He's 34 years old. But when he's focused and when he lets his hands go in the ring, he's unstoppable. And I know that sounds like a cliche if he's focused if he lets his hands go. We keep hearing that over and over again, but it's true. And Blair Cob is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, Don King signed both of these guys. So it don't make a difference who win or who lose. Don King is the winner at the end of the night. And I respect it because I'm a representation of the business of boxing. So they're going to get this on. I think that both of these guys are going to come in, try to fill each other out. And I think that Adrien Broner is going to look for opportunities to the fight on Friday, my fault, y'all. Turn up on Blair and look for openings because Broner's a really good counterpuncher. Oh, I thought the fight was on Saturday. My fault. Yeah, it's on Friday. I apologize for that. Like, for instance, right? Broner has a lot of experience. This is where the advantages come at with him. He has a lot of experiences, a lot of ring experience, and a lot of experiences with really good fighters that he fought. Whereas though Blair, he's still kind of green in the business, but he has a winning record, and he can really, really catapult himself, to the next level if he beats Adrien Broner. And he's definitely not going to be a walk in the park for Broner. Broner just a world-class entertainer, man. You know what I mean? So he's going to entertain. I know Blair Cob is from Philly. I already know he's from my hometown. I get that. But all I'm just saying is that he hasn't fought in almost 2 years. Blair hasn't fought in almost 2 years. Of course, we already know Adrien Broner, he did fight last June. So technically speaking, he's had one more fight than Blair in the last year. But, Broner's coming off a long layoff too. We're talking about a year. But we've seen Broner come off of layoffs, right? And he looked pretty okay. I don't see nobody getting knocked out, but anything can happen in boxing. All right. Anything is possible. I know they both been talking crazy, crazy trash to each other. Blair Cob is pretty strong. We've seen him. We've seen him upset somebody by TKO, and we was like, some of us was like, oh, all right, okay. He beat the guy, Brad Solomon. He TKO'd him. Oh, all right. But then his next fight after that, when he fought Alexis Rocha, I don't know how you want to pronounce his last name. He lost. He got knocked out himself. He did try to beat the count, but it was too late. He was hurt. He was hurt, but he got up. I'm not going to say that he don't get a lot of credit for beating Maurice Hooker, but I don't think that that fight with Maurice Hooker was the fight to take him over the edge, to give him that star power that he needs, because he lost to Alexis Rocha. But it's not too late for Blair Cob. He's only had 17 or 18 pro fights. So he can make a name for himself beating a veteran in Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner need to win, because if he don't, then he's going to be billed as a gatekeeper for the up-and-coming guys if he stay in this game any more longer. So to me, it's a win. It's a must-win for both fighters for different reasons. Okay, but we're going to see. It's on Friday, right? All right, so we're going to come back here Friday and give a bold prediction, all of us. I'm going to have the StreamYard popping, and we're going to be good. Listen, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. If nobody was going to come up, I could have stayed on the YouTube live. Keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. I could have stayed right on the YouTube live without coming on StreamYard. And the reason why it's for economic reasons. It's economically feasible. I just want everybody to know it's economically feasible when I perform and publish live content through YouTube's direct stream. All right? But it's boxing. We don't make no excuses in boxing. We on StreamYard today, but I'm only coming on StreamYard because when I drop that link, it's for people to come through. Now, you know what's interesting about that? And I'm going to do it now, so just let everybody that's a Terrence Crawford fan know. I'm bringing back, yes, because we haven't seen it in a while. I'm bringing back my famous nip it in the bud segments. Y'all remember that? Some of y'all probably forgot about that. Yeah, you can go right on the playlist on this channel, and you'll see that the nip it in the bud segments was popping. But that's coming back around because you know Terrence Crawford will be fighting in August. So we got to bring that back around. And speaking of bringing it back around, we got my here. He swung the block. He just came and bust the Huey, as we say in Philly. My main man. What's going on, Dean?
Hey, what's the deal, man? It's Marty. I had to come bust the UE on you. You already know, man. What's going on, man? How you doing, my guy?
Oh, man, I feel real good. And now that you're here, we might as well, because I know you're going to cook on this joint. We might as well switch the segment right now because it's cool,
Absolutely.
Adrien Broner and Cob, but we got to talk about Frank and Tank, brother.
No. Hold on, man, it's Marty.
What's going on? I got,
hold on.
Who that?
So before, you know it's Dre, man. Before
Dre,
you switch
what's going on,
up,
baby?
What's up, Dre?
what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on, Dean? What's going on with everybody, man?
What's up, Dre, man? Y'all just want to say I appreciate your support, Brody. All your comments and everything you be doing, bro. I just want to big you up publicly. Thank you, bro.
Man, hey, no problem, man. Hey, keep doing your thing, man. And I wanted to tell you, man, I really feel bad about your homie, man. That passed away and everything, dog. I wanted to say keep your head up and stay strong. But, man, Marty.
Yo,
did you see the press conference today?
You know what? To keep it 100, I saw it on YouTube. I was going to click on it, but I took a short little nap so I can have some energy for y'all today. I ain't get a chance to see it.
I wish you did. I'm a little worried about AB now. I did have one, but
AB was wilding, man.
Yeah, but nah, it ain't that. I seen somebody in Blair Cob's corner.
Okay.
That made me a little bit worried.
Who was
AB's strength AB's Blair Cob strength and conditioning coach that works for SNAC.
Huh?
You breaking up, bro?
Blair Cob strength and conditioning coach that works for SNAC.
What the? I gotta pull it up. Hold on.
Oh,
you just got my attention. Hold on.
You got them started.
Oh, I can pull it up now.
Yep. I think he is SNAC. I think Blair Cob is SNAC.
What?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and he was wearing the SNAC t-shirt.
Who, Blair Cob?
No, the strength and conditioning coach. That works for SNAC. Yep, he was in that corner.
Pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Hey,
that's
Dre,
I'm so happy this popped up.
That's great. Well, like Manager Marty would say, SNAC program work.
Oh man, he wearing a SNAC shirt, man. Who is this guy?
Dang, I thought you knew who that was.
I can't see his face all the way. To be honest with you.
So that's the dude. That was when I seen him. I knew who he was. That's the dude that be in the corner with Boo Boo Andre.
That's him.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I knew exactly who that was.
If he with Boo Boo, he got that snack too. I'm just
That's what making me worried now, man. If I didn't see that guy, I would have been tripping.
Hey, we got my man. Hey, Chris Trucker, what's good?
Hold on, Marty. You know I'm out here trucking. Hold
on. hey, Chris. I got
he said, hold up. He's trucking.
Oh, I was just about to let him know that I got the extra phone for him. This is the Pro, the 15 Pro Max. Cause he got that boost. He got that boost mobile. He got that boost mobile.
Stall him out. Stall him out,
Hey,
Marty.
Chris, what's good, homie?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
You gotta get rid of that boost mobile, cuz.
Hold on.
Damn.
Hey,
Can y'all hear
Agent
me?
Marty did
Good.
it wrong,
Can y'all
man.
hear me,
Yo,
bro?
yo,
Damn.
hold on, Dean. Hold on, Dean. Huh?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Y'all can hear y'all, man.
I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max, bro. I will send it right to you, cuz.
No. Hey, Marty, look, it's not that, bro. It be when I be in the truck and I be having my earphones connected. Every time I come on, it's always like I gotta disconnect my earphones and reconnect them. So by the time you put me on, I be trying to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And it always make it seem like my my joint is messed up. So
I'm just joking with you, bro. You family, bro.
yeah. Of course, man.
Yo, so before we even talk about Frank and Tank, I got some people in the background. Stay there in the background, yo. I'm gonna let y'all on. We just got new intel from my guy Andre Noble. I just pulled it up. I don't want to get flagged for showing y'all because what happened is the last time I pulled up an actual video, YouTube, they cut the joint off. They cut my monetization off. But there's a guy, I see him right now. He's wearing a SNAC shirt. I know exactly who this guy is. He's in Blair Cob's corner, and now Blair. Oh man, damn, Adrien, they about to get my man, dog. Dang, Dean, what happened, bro?
And you already know, and we from Philly, man. Like, come on, Blair, dog. Blair, let me talk to you, Ock. I gotta talk to you in Philly terms. Like, Ock, let me talk to you, my guy. I hope that you know everything that's going on, my G. You know everything. Like, Blair, don't do it. Don't do it, Blair.
He already did it.
SNAC
We got
program works.
Hey, Andre Noble, double salute to you, Dre,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that's my
I
bad.
didn't even.
My joint disconnected.
Huh?
My joint disconnected. That was my bad.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you coming up with that information because I fell asleep, bro. I was going to click on it. I was like, nah, I got to take me a short little nap. I didn't even see the press conference.
I know that joint is wild, man. When I seen it, I was like, well, I'm tripping out, man. Everything they're going, and what I think it is, they're going, ever since AB got with Tank for this count, you know they're going, Tank don't like, Victor Conte. I guarantee you, Victor Conte sent some people to Blair Cob to do something to AB to get back at Tank. That's how I feel. That's just my opinion.
I got you.
I'm gonna be real with you, Dre. The SNAC program worked. They getting with Victor Conte to let's say enhance their performance.
Yeah.
That's all I'm just saying, bro. Like, listen here, y'all know how I feel. I don't care. Listen, when they say ding ding, all that other stuff go out the ring. But I'll be lying if I say that Victor Conte ain't suspicious, because he is. Because, like I said, we see with all this Ryan Garcia stuff, they want guys banned for life, but it's perfectly fine for guys that has been, let's say, incarcerated for, giving out, banned things. That's all. So it's just a weird space that we in right now. I just feel as though none of these guys be around the sport of boxing, period. Like, at all.
That's my my issue with people who like fighters who are on SNAC. You get what I'm saying? Like, my issue with it is, and I think Manager Marty pointed out before, if you're gonna make a point against PEDs, for ban PEDs, right? And anybody stop me if I'm saying something wrong. If you're gonna make a point against it, for example, when you bring up Ryan and him using a PED, right? You can't argue from the basis of it being a performance enhancement if you like guys who use SNAC. Am I right or wrong? You can't argue. Right. You can't argue from your argument can't be from that point of view because SNAC is a performance enhancement. So you would have to like you would have to like have like a qualifier or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be like, you gotta just harp on the fact that it's banned. You get what I'm saying? That's really your only leg to stand on. But you can't be harping on the fact that it's a performance enhancement because the fighter you like is on performance enhancement. So, like, I was watching a live.
Hey, Chris, can you hear us?
Chris,
his mic cut out.
no, I really feel y'all. It comes from if you go to jail for being a drug dealer, you can't become a pharmacist. If you
That
go
was
to jail
exactly what
for
I was
being
about to say.
a robber, you can't become a bank teller. Okay, so my thing is we got to be consistent all the way around the board. SNAC is not allowed in no other professional sports as it shouldn't be. And as simple as that. If it was, they would be giving out endorsement deals like prom and all of that stuff to baseball players, basketball players, football players, because it's more people. You understand what I'm saying? You will want to get it in those sports because there's more people that can represent your brand. So, like I said, I just like you got to be consistent all the way around the board. I don't think nobody that has been convicted and that went to prison for something of that nature should be allowed anywhere near sports, and especially a sport where people lose their life.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to agree. And before I let Carl Brown speak, let me turn the mic over to Triple D Texas. Triple D, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Marty. I
This
just
is
have
your first time
I have
on?
to agree with Noble. Yeah, this is my first time on the live with you. I've been watching you for a while and been behind the scenes. Heck, I even went on what's her name, the wife channel to the boxer that you were speaking about dealing with Victor
You can
Conte
say their
and the
name. We ain't
whole.
scared of nobody. Who are you talking about?
I mean, what's her name? The one you were just talking about, you had the receipts on not
Hey,
long ago on the
Triple
live,
D.
and she was
You
trying
want
to
to
Rachel,
roll the
talk
tape,
bad
man?
about
We
Rachel,
you.
ain't scared of no. Hey, D, we ain't scared of nobody. Say her name.
No,
We ain't
no,
gonna do nothing.
Rachel.
first of all, she's
Lord
irrelevant.
have
She's
mercy.
irrelevant to me. I'm not gonna give her no energy. Whoever that woman is, I'm not gonna give her
All
my
right, I
energy. But
got you. It's cool. It's cool. It's
I've
cool. It's cool.
been, yeah, I've been on your side because she
You talking
banned me
about
from
Rachel
her
Burnett?
page. Yeah. She banned
You
me
want me?
from her
Hey,
page because
Triple D.
I called her out.
You want me to say her name, Triple D? I say.
You go ahead.
All right. This is my
You
yo.
so
I can say Rachel
you
Donell,
know.
right? I can say her name.
I've been on your side. No, the truth of the truth. And I mean, you can't lie about nothing when you got receipts. So it's just me and how I feel about it. But I had to come on here and say something because, like, I think Noble had said, I saw the person in the background with the SNAC shirt, and then when you came out with the post with Clarissa Shields with a SNAC picture on there where she wearing the headgear, it just dawned on me because correct me if I'm wrong, Alicia Bungard is now with the David Haney crew, right? She's training
Correct.
with them. She was training with them through the whole scenario. I went back and I can't remember who it was on it was Fight Hub or something else. Alicia is with SNAC as well. When she did her last fight, the one that she did when the fight that she had that Clarissa Shields was trying to talk bad about her for popping on, Alicia was with SNAC.
I ain't know
And
that.
then Clarissa
Hold
Shields
on.
came in.
What's
Yeah,
that?
That's
Clarissa
the new
Shields
stuff
came
right
back
there.
and was defending Alicia. She was defending because if you go back, there was the time frame because it was a whole situation about Clarissa Shields was saying that the VADA testing was the part that she failed on, but she hired her own professional. Well, she hired her own team to do the other testing, which they came back saying that she was innocent on. But at the time
Like
frame, she
Garcia did.
had a team member with right, exactly. So now it's funny how before y'all became enemies, y'all was all sister, I'm behind you, whoop de whoop, and then you come out with a video, meaning Clarissa Shields, saying that she the one who told you who to go talk to to get some help dealing with your situation. She came out on a whole live. So now it's sort of weird because you talking about you all for the testing, you want everything to be 100%, nothing else, but then you go into a team that has a whole bunch of questions behind it. The only person that we probably can say that's probably truthful behind his testing is Terrence Crawford. Other than that, I mean, Devin Haney comes into the match at 140. Well, let me take that back. He had to go and poop and get to 140, then come back and blow up 25 pounds. And ever since his matches that he go against somebody, he's always over the weight that he comes in, either 18% or whatever. So he's weight bullying other people, but then you want to talk about Ryan Garcia coming 3 pounds over, and now you want to sit here and have a whole issue about it. But you came out and stated that you had no problem with him being 3 pounds over, and that you still going to beat him because he was an average person. So my situation on this, So my situation of it is that which one is it? What team you want to be on? Because right now you're looking a little suspect.
Hey, Triple D, man. Triple D, listening, bro. They just doing some comedy stuff. Y'all don't listen to Bill. Bill told y'all, man. He just doing some comedy stuff, man. That's all. I would say the other word, but we on YouTube. Bill just doing some comedy stuff. That's all.
Man, look, I can't
whatever.
Look, I don't know if everybody, if maybe Marty, you may have seen this when that documentary came out about the whole situation of Bill Haney and Devin Haney and that whole they do the weight situation and coming to find out when he fought against who was the boxer from New Orleans, Regis. When he fought against Regis, they said that right. When they fought each other, they were supposed to come in at a certain weight in the situation. When they got onto the scale, they was at weight. But coming back, they said that the weight that Haney came in, he knew he was overweight.
Yes.
Over the weight requirement, they said. So my thing.
Okay. Yeah. Can I comment on the weight stuff after you get done? Or do you get finished?
Oh yeah. So my thing was Regis came at the weight that he came that was underneath that limit, and then Haney came above that part, but the fight still went on because they said Regis said he wasn't worried about that. He did what he did. So now we're to the point where after the situation done happened with Ryan Garcia, Regis comes out, said what he said. So my question would be, if the situation happened with Regis, why nothing was looked at with him at the time frame of this whole weight scenario before or after that fight? Why are we just now hearing about that months later?
Well, the thing is, and we'll move along with the context of the show. The thing is, we all heard about it, Triple D. We all knew about it. But because you have a lot of pro Devin Haney channels, whether they're on payroll or not, they knew it as well, but they're not going to speak on it. Everybody knew because I had Victor Conte here, and most of you might remember this. I had Victor Conte here in the first interview, and I said to Victor, what does he think about Devin Haney coming in 25 pounds bigger than the weight at 140 when he fought Regis? And then I played for Victor Conte. He was right here. I played for him the interview that Devin Haney did on MMA Hour, where he admitted that he was 25 pounds. I think he came in at 165 after he rehydrated. And, Victor Conte basically sidestepped it. But the point of the matter is everybody knew that this has been going on with Devin Haney for a long time. But, some people didn't want to speak on it. I was more focused on the how he was able to keep doing it with the SNAC program. That's where I was, coming in to put everything in proper context. And speaking of that, Chris Trucker is back. Chris, can you hear us, Chris?
Yeah, I can hear you. My wife
All right.
called me again, man.
Huh?
Called me. My wife called me again as soon as I started talking, bro.
Hey, man, when your wife called, you got to answer that call, brother.
So, yeah, man, like what I was saying before I got off is it just seems funny to me when I see a Devin Haney fan or any other fan argue about PEDs from the standpoint that it's a performance enhancement. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, well, SNAC is a performance enhancer. And not only is SNAC as a performance enhancer, it's ran by a person who knows how to, who specializes or who knows how to work with undetectable supplements. So we don't really know what's in it. Even if we test it, he know how to beat the test. That's the whole problem with Victor Conte being involved with the SNAC program and it being something that's in boxing. You get what I'm saying? So when you argue from the standpoint of it being that a person had performance enhancing, you got to go back to the fact that SNAC, is a performance enhancing. My whole point is, I don't want to keep repeating myself, is that's not your leg to stand on. Only thing you can really go say is Ryan broke the rules by taking a banned supplement. That's all you can really say. So when we start talking about the performance enhancement part, now we got to say, well, is what Ryan took, is it more of an enhancement than what's in SNAC? We need answers, as my man Marty would say. We need answers.
Yeah.
Then we would have to say, okay, because what people will do is they'll say Ryan cheated Devin because he had an unfair advantage, because he had a performance enhancer. Well, is that really the case? Is that true? Because
I was that left hook.
we don't know to what degree the SNAC enhanced one's performance versus the amount of ostarine that was in Ryan's system. I mean, am I reaching with that? I mean, anybody let me know.
No, you're on point.
You're not reaching at all, Chris. And let me put this in context because we have people watching all around the world. For over a year, I've been saying this, and everybody on the panel knows this. Time and time again, the SNAC program works. And most people that agree with me, they did it silently. They didn't want to come out publicly and say they agree with me. The people that did agree with me, like even Deem, but Deem took it a step further with laying the foundation of the entire reason for this being accessible for somebody to get away with it because of the lackluster regulations in boxing. But at the same time, some people basically did not want to speak on this. I've been speaking on this. And you know what's interesting? When it wasn't just about Crawford. When I spoke on it with Devin Haney, people were criticizing me. Oh man, you hating on Terrence Crawford, you hating on Victor, you hating on Devin Haney, you hating on all the SNAC fighters. They kept saying that, but all I kept doing was saying, hey, their performances are being enhanced. So if their performances are being enhanced, and I'm not saying that any fighter in boxing should be exonerated for cheating. What I'm saying is that somebody else try to go and use their own format, their own formula, their own regimen to enhance their performance legally, there should be no complaining about it. I mean, to be honest, because Devin Haney been with SNAC for at least 10 fights, according to what Victor Conte told me when he was here. So if he's been with him for 10 fights, that means all of the fights that we've seen him in the last 10 fights his performances were enhanced. Now, so we couldn't complain now all of a sudden that somebody used their own recourse to get some sort of enhancement to even the playing field. I told y'all before, Ryan Garcia was skeptical of SNAC and Victor. I told y'all that weeks before the fight. And so my thing is, hey, it is what it is. Now, if he cheated intentionally, yes, I'll be the first one to say it. Yes, he should be held accountable. All I'm saying is Devin Haney been over there getting his performance enhanced, and most people didn't say a word about it. Even the ones that's Devin Haney, pro Devin Haney channels, they're speaking on how bad Ryan Garcia is, saying that he cheated, but not saying Devin cheated, but his performances aren't being enhanced now.
Hey,
Can
hey,
I say
Mark.
something, y'all?
Hey, Mark.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. Who that?
That was Dean. That was Dean.
No, before Dean. I heard Dean.
That
Somebody
was
else
me.
called me. Okay,
That
go
was
ahead.
Yeah.
I got you,
But the
Dean.
thing is, my thing is, okay, like you say he cheated, but the only way you can really say he cheated is because he broke the rules. If y'all get what I'm saying. He broke the rules, yes. But
Right.
unfair is a stretch because, again, he's going up against a fighter with enhancements as well. So in order for me to say it's an unfair advantage is if the Osterine that was in Ryan's system is more of a enhancer than what Devin is taking. And we don't know that. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you want to say unfair, then you gotta compare both enhancements. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's an enhancement versus another enhancement. So unfair would mean one is stronger than the other. One gives you more of an enhancement than the other. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, Chris, we see who looks stronger. That was clear. We see who looks stronger.
Yeah, but I mean, we saw who looked stronger, but that was because of defensive deficiencies, in my opinion. That was
Yeah, he couldn't defend. He couldn't defend that left hook. I mean, Haney came in looking bigger than Ryan, but Ryan was more strategized and he knew
I'm
what to do. I mean,
talking
this is
muscle
both.
wise.
Yeah. I mean, Haney was bigger than
Haney
Ryan.
looked a little bit more shredded than Ryan.
Can I say this, y'all? Because this is important. Because Chris, everything you said, bro, I agree with and I feel you. I want to show y'all hypocrisy in its finest, though, and show you how it has nothing to do about what Ryan did or any of that. It's just because it's Devin, and I can prove it to you. Mm-hmm. Manager Marty, ain't Alyssa Baumgartner with Devin Haney camp?
I understand.
She's with that camp. She popped dirty, y'all. Just like Ryan Garcia, P-test, popped dirty, right? Y'all agree with that, right? Correct. She went and got a outward testing agency to test her hair, just like Ryan Garcia, right?
That's what I was stating.
How can the same people that support Devin and want Ryan out of the sport for doing exactly what Alyssa Baumgartner is doing in their camp? So if you really felt that way, you wouldn't even associate yourself. Just forget Victor Conte. You wouldn't associate yourself with her. You wouldn't be promoting her and training her and defending her. The same channels and people that are making an argument about Ryan Garcia aren't making the same argument about Alyssa Baumgartner. I will ask y'all, why do y'all think they're doing that?
Hey, you don't hear Bill talking about have Alyssa have a life ban.
Say it with me, y'all. Because it's Devin.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yo, that's the best.
It's literally a fact. Bill Haney can't say he wants somebody like Ryan out of the sport and he's a cheater and all this. Before we even get the verdict, before we got all the results to everything, before any of this has happened, because that's future tense. We don't know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now. Why didn't he feel that way with Alyssa Baumgartner? Why is she allowed to be around him when she did the same exact proceedings that Ryan Garcia is in the midst of doing right now?
Hey, why Devin brother didn't follow up with a video after he said Allah told him 3 days after the fight that Ryan was gonna pop dirty. Now when all this blew up, why Bill, why ain't none of them in that family said, you know what I mean? Like the way they talk about, you know, Allah, which we already know Allah don't send messages like that. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. Allah don't talk to you like that. You know what I mean? I understand that because I'm a Sunni Muslim. And I was taught it's not the way that like Christians would say. I talked to Jesus. He did that all wrong. And then what made it look so suspicious is that the fake cough in between. Nobody even catch up on that when he was telling and he did the fake cough And you know what I mean? He was speaking out of turn. That's a young boy that was speaking out of turn, and nobody know that he did that video. And I guarantee you, they probably was mad when he seen it.
Yeah, as me, I'm a Sunni Muslim too. So just to go off of that, as a Sunni Muslim, you don't say that you heard the uncreated speech of Allah. Moses heard right. We don't say that. We don't a person, regular Muslim, you don't claim that you have heard the uncreated speech of Allah like that of Moses or like that of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them both. So that's not for a regular Muslim to come to say, because anybody will come out and say that God told them something and then just say some weird stuff. So in our religion, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's obviously not learning. They're not learning proper. You know, just that in that fashion, they're not learning proper Islam. Just to piggyback.
Right. So let's keep this. Let's keep this in proper perspective. We know. Somebody got to mute their phone. I hear
Yeah.
So everybody got to mute their phone. So I'm a Christian. We won't make this about religion. But the bottom line is they knew 72 hours after the 19th, at least the 19th, because that was the first time Ryan Garcia, quote unquote, tested positive for quote unquote nandrolone. Then it came back that he didn't. But Ostarine was found. So the 19th and 20th. So 72 hours after the 19th, the 20th, 21st, 22nd. So by the 22nd, people already knew what those results were. 23rd, people knew what those results were. So, you know, I don't get into religion on the channel because I did hear that little piece where Devin Haney's brother said that he was sent a message. But the bottom line is it true or not? See, we don't want to hear all the extra stuff. Is it true or not? Because if that is the case, and I don't want to go down the path of religion, but if he was told that by Allah, I wonder why he didn't come out before the fight and say that he was told that Ryan Garcia was going to do all the stuff that he did to Devin Haney. Because apparently they look like they didn't know what was going on. Because after this fight, because after this fight, nobody brought up Ostarine yet. Right. Nobody. Devin Haney and his dad ran out the back door and they didn't go to the post-fight press conference downstairs. And it had nothing to do with Ostarine, is my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. No one allegedly knew, but I knew Vada knew, and I know somebody else that be working over there with him. He knew too. But I'm gonna leave the speculation alone. What I will say that's not speculation, and before I bring this point up, I got to double salute my guy, Lucky. Thank you for the Cash App, Lucky. I appreciate you. Double salute to my guy, Lifeline Music TV, for your super sticker. I appreciate the contribution that both of you men always show me on this channel. What we do know, that is not an opinion. And since y'all brought Devin Haney up and the SNAC program and Trucker, he came up. Chris is here. He brought up Victor and Dendeem brought his point up. I want to play something for y'all. See, I played this months ago. I love the sport of boxing so much, right? But I also realized that most boxing fans, and this is not an indictment on anybody in particular. I'm just saying as a whole in general. Boxing fans have short-term memory loss. If you notice, that's why I always go back to the old interviews. Yeah, I hear what they be saying today, but I want to go back last year. I want to go back what people say 6 years ago, because I'm going to show y'all the contradictions. Now, Bill Haney, he's the one. I played this before. I'm going to play it again. He told us, remember, on the guy Champ's side. Now, I don't know Champ's side. Never seen his content. Well, I did see this video right here. But I was conducting research. I talked about this months ago. But this was after the matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all when I start talking about it. After the Netflix documentary came out, Bill Haney did this interview with Champ's side. He told us why he hired Victor Conte. Hold on. I'm going to play it for y'all. This was 9 months ago. According to YouTube, from the Champ Side channel, Bill Haney told everybody what it was. And it just so happens that Victor Conte's involved in this controversy with Ryan Garcia. And we know that Devin is with, I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it.
And Marty, why they be mad at you, bro? Like,
hold on, Carl. Hold on, Carl. We're going to get to that in just 1 second. Let me let the people hear what Bill said. Everybody mute your phone real quick. Here we go. Roll the tape.
Documentary on Victor Conte, right? And I saw that you were in there. Devin was in there, and Devin spoke on it. He said, everything we do is legit and all of that. How would you respond to the people who have something to say? Because now I haven't put this on my channel, but a lot of people have been pushing me to talk about Terrence Crawford being with SNAC. And
I have to say this. I'm not accusing the guys, Champ Side, of watching my content, but I'd be very surprised if he never did. Because everybody on YouTube knows there's only one that has been talking about Terrence Crawford and the SNAC program. That's all I just want to make sure. I mean, they didn't say my name. I just want to make sure we were clear on that. That's all I wanted to make sure. Hold on.
Victor Conte, obviously, y'all work with Victor Conte and SNAC, and they showed you for a second in there. They showed them talking about boxing. Is there anything you want to say about that, or how do you respond to that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what I did was, and this is I always say, I want to educate other fathers and mothers to come behind, right? So Victor got busted, right? He got busted for the shit. And then he got out and he was saying how he ruined lives, how he was doing the wrong thing, and he now vowed to be a Cape Crusader. It's like catching a guy that was the biggest cheat, and now he want to flip it. So you get him and you flip him and you tell him to tell you how everybody was cheating. So Devin, because Devin is so young and he doesn't have man strength, how these guys, you know what I mean? So I can test them. When to make sure that they're in testing. How many months out, right? Do they start cycling off? How many, you know what I mean? So that's what I brought Victor on. And then Victor introduced 365 24/7 testing. So
what y'all forgot about this?
Yes,
hey,
crazy.
If ain't nobody else gonna remind you, I will. Did you hear why he said that's why he brought Victor on for the testing?
Yeah, Marty, you gotta bring that back to the light. You gotta bring that back to the front light, man. You gotta do a video on that.
I did. Yeah, hey, Carl, I did.
I'm talking about do another one, Marty. Like, bring that back to the front light. Because I mean, a lot of people that's paying attention to you, even ones that don't even like you, they paying attention. Bring that back to the front light.
But you know what they're gonna do? They gonna flip with the whole situation means. They're gonna try to say, "Oh, he mean this, but he didn't mean by that way." But we heard what we just heard.
He said, and Creole in the chat told me to play it again, and you know I will. He said, "This is what Bill said." That was on August the 29th, 2023, a month after Terrence Crawford fought Errol Spence. Just so y'all know, he said 365. He said Victor introduced 365 24/7 testing. Did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, but when Victor Conte came here on December the 27th, September, October, November, 4 months. 4 months after Bill said that Victor introduced 365 24/7 to them, guess what? And I'll roll the tape. I got all the footage here. Guess what Victor said? It's very difficult getting my own SNAC fighters to do 365 24/7. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
You see?
That's why I said bring that back to the front light.
I'm
man.
gonna bring it back. But that's why I go back to the old.
We gotta appreciate every time, man.
Huh? Who that?
We gotta appreciate every time you roll the tape, man, because you give us new information every single day that we need to know, man. And that's why I don't know why people want to be hating on the truth. If it's true, you can't be hating.
Because they live in a lie. That's why they hating on the truth. They live in a lie.
This information is out. Andre Noble, I couldn't hear you, brother.
I ain't
Dre,
say
you there?
nothing.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick.
here. I ain't say nothing.
All right, real quick. I'm gonna play it back, and then I want Lucky to give me his assessment, and then Dean. I'm gonna play it back one more time.
So Victor got busted, right? He got busted for the shit. And then he got out and he was saying how he ruined lives, how he was doing the wrong thing. And he now vowed to be a Cape Crusader. It's like catching a guy that was the biggest cheat. And now he want to flip it. So you get him and you flip him and you tell him to tell you how everybody was cheating. So Devin, because Devin is so young and he doesn't have man strength, how these guys, you know what I mean? So I can test them. So I can test them when to make sure that they're in testing. How many months out, right, do they start cycling off? How many, you know what I mean? So that's what I brought Victor on. And then Victor introduced 365 24/7 testing.
Did y'all hear that from Bill Haney, August 29th?
Oh man.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey, Lucky, what's your take on that, bro? Lucky, you there, Lucky? All right, Lucky, we're gonna come back to Luck. Hey, Dean, what's your take on that, bro?
Lucky you.
I heard two words. Biggest cheater.
Mm-hmm.
That's what stood out to me more than everything else he said. He said, I got in touch and took the biggest cheater. Wouldn't that mean that Bill Haney is a liar because he said cheaters shouldn't be nowhere near the sport of boxing? That's what I heard. Bill Haney says cheaters shouldn't be, there's no place for cheaters in the sport of boxing. But you want to take the biggest cheater and make them a part of the sport of boxing. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Do that not touch your spirit right there? He said he took the biggest. I don't know if people know what that word means, but that means like Shaq, Wembyamba, the biggest cheater, and made him a part of the sport of boxing. When Bill also said, forget the dates, manager Marty, just a month or two, whatever it was ago recently, he said cheaters shouldn't be nowhere near the sport of boxing. Didn't I tell y'all that it's because it's Devin?
Right.
Oh, I land my plane there. I don't think I got to say anything else to show the hypocrisy and how and just how fraudulent these guys is. See, that's called no integrity. That's called not being consistent. That's called actually, in my eyes, that's called not being a man. Because you can't
Dean,
say you don't. Go ahead.
Dean, I had a question. Did you hear, and Lucky Triple D, everybody's on the panel, did you hear Bill say Dev is still young and he don't have man strength?
No man strength. That I was just about to say that part was
Came to my mind.
So that's why they ran over there to Victor. See that?
But I could show y'all how that's even a bigger hypocrisy because Mike Tyson was damn near he was the heavyweight champion at 21 years old. So you can't say that the man body, when we classify men in this country that go fight for this country at 18 years old, you was classified as a man. Didn't Devin Haney start professional boxing at 17 years old, beating grown men? That means by definition, because I want to show you how idiotic that is when people make that statement. It's no way he didn't have man strength because a 10-year-old couldn't beat a professional boxer. A 10-year-old don't have man strength. Somebody that has enough strength to keep a professional boxer off them at 18, at 19, at 20 years old, by definition has man strength because a 12-year-old can't do it. Just land my plane there.
Yo, what about the part when he said so he can know when they cycling off? Like, what's that about?
Hey, when is Bill gonna cycle off that line he had the other day?
Bill Snokio.
When he gonna cycle off of that?
I'm just doing some comedy stuff. That's all, yo. I'm just doing some comedy stuff. That's it.
It's facts though.
But
Yo,
So
that boy Bill was doing serious sporting, man. I'm real city.
so we can all be clear. I'm gonna play it one more. I'm gonna play just a small clip of it, and then I want to play y'all what Victor told me while he was here. If some of y'all missed it, if everybody can mute your phones just real quick.
How he was doing the wrong thing, and he now vowed to be a Cape Crusader. It's like catching a guy that was the biggest cheat, and now he want to flip it. So you get him and you flip him and you tell him to tell you how everybody was cheating. So Devin, because Devin is so young and he doesn't have man strength, how these guys, you know what I mean? So I can test them. So I can test them when to make sure that they're in testing. How many months out, right, do they start cycling off? How many, you know what I mean? So that's what I brought Victor on. And then Victor introduced 365 24/7 testing.
Okay, now Victor introduced 365 24/7 testing. When I talked to Victor, let's hear what he said when he brought Devin Haney's name up about 365 24/7 testing.
Trying to get this movement of 24/7 365 started. I offered this to Spence. I offered this to Haney. I offered this to Crawford. I could not get now. And understand that when I'm making this offer to them, they already have fights and they're already enrolled in VADA testing at that time. What I'm trying to get them to do is when that fight ends, to show the world that you're not on drugs, enter a 24/7 365. Then when you fight a fighter coming up, then he has to join the pool, and hopefully you can get enough of these guys to get the movement started that you'll have some of the people that do make millions of dollars and can't afford to do it and want to help clean up the sport, but will enroll in 24/7 365. Now, even with me offering sponsorship, I have had a difficult time trying to get my own SNAC fighters to do what I'm telling you that I'm attempting to do.
What the? Huh? So
Yeah,
Bill,
make it make sense.
so Bill Haney confirmed in August of 2023 that Victor Conte introduced this 365 24/7 to his son and him. And then 4 months later, when Victor was here, he said he had a difficult time, even though he said he'll pay for it. So basically, they still haven't done it yet. We need answers, man. We need, hey, Lucky, we need answers, bro. That's all I'm saying. What would you say, Luck?
No, I say yes, sir. We need answers.
They haven't done it yet. So I just wanted to point that out. And real quick, I got to give credit to Andre Noble for the new audience that just came in that don't know what's going on. Blair Cob and Adrien Broner, they're fighting in a few days. The press conference, which I didn't get a chance to watch, but my guy, Andre Noble, who's the supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew, he came up, he dropped some big Jews on us, asked me, did I see the press conference? I didn't. I took a nap. I pulled it up, and Andre Noble was correct. The man that be in the corner with Andre in the SNAC program, he was at the press conference sitting directly next to Blair Cob, and now we see that Blair Cob, Blair Cob was, and I seen him in a couple of fights. He looked cut up like a bag of dope, Dean. He looked cut up like a bag of dope in the 80s. And all I'm saying is now,
that mother huge now.
Huh?
He looks huge right now. He looks way more bigger than Adrien.
All I'm gonna tell you is the SNAC program works.
Hey, Manager Marty, I need this is important for the program. I need to ask you this question. What other, he said that he came into boxing to clean up the sport. That's what he said, and that's what Bill said. Mm-hmm. What other sport is he allowed to clean up the sport? Because I need answers, because PEDs is not only rapid in boxing. There's other sports that PEDs is running rapid in. Why isn't Victor Conte allowed to clean up those sports? I want to know.
Well, unfortunately, he contaminated those other sports. No other sports will trust him or entrust him around their athletes. They don't want the stigma. I mean, the MLB have gone through years of the stigma because of Victor Conte, and of course the biogenesis scandal with Rodriguez. They don't want Victor Conte around. He's not allowed in other sports. I know he told me here when he was live that he has no interest in other sports, and he probably don't. But they have regulations, but they don't want him around, and that's why he's here. And I'm not saying that he's not an advocate. I'm just saying not in boxing, because we haven't seen him do any changes or make any modifications when he's telling us that the testing is still flawed and inept. So in the last almost 20 years that he's been an advocate in boxing, his words, not mine, we haven't seen any changes. So I don't see where the I don't see where the advocacy is at, to be quite honest.
So Manager Marty, wouldn't that mean if y'all hearing the sound of our voices right now all across the globe, Manager Marty, that means if you are perfectly fine with Victor Conte not being a part of any other sport, y'all hear me clearly. If you feel that you understand why the NBA, MLB, NHL, you name it, why they feel that way towards Victor Conte, if you understand that, then why don't you understand why me and Manager Marty and others don't want him associated with the sport of boxing? Ain't he cheating the public? Ain't boxing a sport? Don't you bet on boxing? Don't we pay for boxing? Ain't it a professional? Ain't it something that used to, I don't know if it still isn't, it's still in the Olympics and everything like that. Ain't it something that we do to represent our country like every other sport? So if you are okay and understand why other sports don't want them involved, then why are you giving any pushback when somebody say that they don't want him involved in boxing? And furthermore, why are you okay with him being a part of the sport of boxing?
Mm-hmm. Here's another thing, though. The more that Victor Conte talks, he makes a lot of things aware of himself. So now a lot of people are starting to look suspicious. You even got real content creators like you, Fanon, Clutch Media, everybody starting to talk about it. So mostly, the more he keeps talking, the more he's making himself look more suspicious. He already is known as a snitch, so he's just doing a lot more snitching.
Well, the thing about it is, and I'm going to tell you why I have a problem with people, with boxers associating with him. And I'm not saying that he's cheating. I'm not publicly saying that. What I am saying is that when fighters, professional boxers, are associated with the SNAC program, Victor Conte, whoever, they don't get the credit that they deserve when they win fights, even if they're not cheating, because everybody is aware that their performances are enhanced. In other words, how do we know that they're really this good when they're associated with a guy who obviously his past still follows him to this day? Whether he's innocent or guilty, that remains to be seen. I'm just saying, for argument's sake, let's say none of these fighters are cheating, and I hope that they're not. And I'm not saying that they are, but let's just say they're not, right? Well, the mere association with Victor Conte is going to make people suspicious. And what don't help is that Victor Conte, he gets on camera over and over again, and he publicizes one thing on Monday, and then next Saturday, he comes out contradicting himself over and over. And then it caused people to be even more suspicious. And I think that's what the big issue is when it comes to boxers associating themselves with him. And let me include this. Victor Conte, he was here when he said this. He said, his words, not mine, that when a fighter looks like their performance is being enhanced, and he basically was referencing the later rounds. In other words, where the fighter should be getting tired in the later rounds, and they're not getting tired. at all. He says what he does when he's watching those fights, when those athletes look like their performances are enhanced, he said the first thing he does is he looks in the corner and see who they are associated with. And if they're associated with someone who either is shady or have a shady past, he draws his conclusion. So it's like, if you can do that, Victor, and I made videos talking about this, playing his own words back. If he can do that, where he's basically suspicious of a fighter just based off the mere association of who they're working with. For example, Benavidez is working with Memo Heredia, right? Okay. He's going to be suspicious of Benavidez. And you know what he's going to think in his mind? Just the mere association that Benavidez has with Memo, he's going to be suspicious that Memo's cheating. But then that's the same thing that people can do towards him and the SNAC fighters. And that's the only point that I keep making. Double salute, my guy, Fort Greene Farrow. He's the supervisor of the Road to Take film crew. Thank you, Fort Greene, for your contribution, your support to the channel, and your contribution, he says in the super chat, about to take it down. Got to go kick trash and take names in a little while. Salute, Manager Marty. Double salute again to my guy, Fort Greene. He's talking about him working and putting things together to support himself and his family, and we respect that. So thank you again, Fort Greene. Speaking of this, we're already on the topic. I said something about Victor Conte contradicting himself. Now, I'm going to play something. I've done this already before. I'm going to do it again because a lot of boxing fans have short-term memory loss. This is where Ryan Garcia and other people get so suspicious of Victor because he, like I said, he'll talk on Monday, and then the next Saturday, he'll say something, and it'll actually contradict what he said. So what y'all going to see on your screen, I'm going to show it now so y'all see what I'm talking about. Okay, right there on your screen, Victor Conte, May the 3rd, 2024. This was literally a month and some change ago. Some of y'all might remember this. Literally a month, matter of fact, literally a month ago. Not even some change ago. Literally 1 month ago, May 3rd, 2024, it was published by TMZ Sports, where he actually made comments. And the comments that he was making was in reference to Ryan Garcia's test being positive for Ostarine and Nandrolone. And he made a reference about supplements and how Nandrolone can't even be found in any supplements. And most of y'all heard me speak on this before, but I'm going to play it again. And then I'm going to play another video to show you why people are even more suspicious every time Victor Conte talks. Hold on. Here's the words of Victor Conte regarding Ryan Garcia's positive test of Ostarine, and before we knew that the Nandrolone that was in the system was not in his actual system, even though it said it was in the test. This is what Victor Conte said regarding Nandrolone Ostarine. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
My guess is that's not going to happen. They have pretty much cleaned up. I'm not going to say there are not supplements out there that are contaminated, but let me tell you what I think is more likely. When you make underground anabolic steroids, when you make testosterone or nandrolone or Ostarine or clomiphene, any of these drugs that these boxers are testing positive for, these are not coming from an Upjohn formulated pharmaceutical where you can buy them at CVS or Walgreens, okay? They're being made in an underground basement lab.
All right. So for context, he's basically saying Nandrolone. He used Nandrolone. He used Ostarine. There's no way, basically, that you can find any of these substances. He said testosterone. He said Nandrolone. He said Ostarine. You won't find this in any supplements that you can buy over the counter at CVS or Walgreens. You have to make these anabolic steroids in an underground basement lab. That's the only way that Nandrolone and Ostarine can be found in someone's system. Y'all heard that. You got to cook it up. Underground basement lab. That's what he said, because it was Ryan Garcia. But here's where Victor Conte, you know, I got all the tapes. Here's what Victor Conte said. Look on your screen. On February the 24th, 2018, nearly a little over 6 years ago. Let's hear what he had to say when he talked about nandrolone when it came down to Louis Ortiz testing positive the first time he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
Okay, this is Victor Conte, and I'd like to talk with the world of boxing for a moment about the recent statement that was made by Deontay Wilder about his next upcoming opponent, Luis Ortiz, saying that once a cheat, always a cheat. And I personally take offense to that because there was a time 14 years ago where I made that decision to go down the slippery slope and join the dark side. And it was a mistake, but shortly thereafter, since 2005 till now, for the last 12 years, I've been a very outspoken anti-doping advocate. I've worked with WADA, I've worked with USADA, I've worked with VADA in helping them to make their testing programs more effective. So I think it's important that these statements that Wilder made, once a cheat, always a cheat, need to be addressed, because that's not the case with me, and I don't believe that's the case with Luis Ortiz. What you got to understand is that 2 or 3 years ago, when Ortiz tested positive for nandrolone, this is a species of an anabolic steroid that represents 80% of all the anabolic steroid positives in history. And in part because most of these are not real positive drug tests. They're a result of contamination. Many supplements are contaminated with nandrolone, as well as food sources, including meat. So,
what the? Huh? What the? Did he say that nandrolone is found in supplements in 2018? But when it came to Ryan Garcia, nandrolone can't be injected in any supplements. It has to be made in an underground basement lab. Am I making any sense, panel? I'm just asking a question.
Look.
Another contradiction.
Boy, you
very contradicting.
Yeah, man.
Now you see why they mad at me. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't get, like, if they all supposed to be fans of the sport, and it's a guy that really got caught cheating. Ain't none of us making this up. Why would y'all want this guy around? And another thing, Marty, nobody still haven't answered if, like, this just say, I'm gonna take Devin Haney because I can't say Terrence Crawford name because they go crazy. Let's just say Devin Haney's supposed to be the next Floyd Mayweather. He's great, right? This how they labeled him. They labeled him great. He's good. He's top of the notch, top of the food chain, right? He up there. I was on somebody's channel earlier, and I was asking him. I'm trying to get this answer for you, Marty, too. And I asked him, why do they need to go to SNAC if they was considered the great one already? Like, if they use their God gifted ability, what this SNAC had to offer that was gonna be greater than your greatness. Like, I don't get it. Devin Haney said it himself. He's an A-class fighter. Ryan Garcia is a C-level fighter. What do you need Victor for? You even got some fighters out there that know that they probably B level, but they working on getting up to A level, but they don't feel like they need Victor. And Victor told everybody, why is he going? Did Victor say this too? He'd take the greatest fighter and make him great. That right there sounded crazy when I first heard that. Like, you won't take a fighter that needs the help, but you would take a fighter that's already great because that's your cover up. That's how I'm gonna look at it. Like, oh, you want to take his greatness and then you add a little bit of your little flavor to it, and then he's coming out knocking people out, and they're gonna be like, oh, he was already great. Oh, he just stepped his game up a little bit, and that's why he's going after the great. So he said, you know what I mean? But Devin Haney, I never considered Devin Haney great because we all talked about it on this panel and everywhere else about he always been a sucker for a left hook. And this before the Ryan Garcia fight, we all been saying it. And just the fact that that left hook is Ryan Garcia money punch.
Right. And I will say this, Carl Brown, to your point, when you talked about why would they go over there if they're already good? That's something I've been asking for a whole entire year now. I actually asked Tim Montgomery. Remember, I told you most boxing fans have short-term memory loss. I had the great Tim Montgomery here, live and living color interview a couple of months back, and I asked him, why do people that are already great, like himself, he was good,
Right.
why did y'all go over to Victor? Why do boxers go over to Victor Conte if they're already good? Let's hear what Tim Montgomery. I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape. Why would they call Victor? Why did you, say, hey, this is what I want to do on PEDs? Why would they call him? They're already good.
No, they not. They good, but they want to stay good. And you only, if I go get a car, if I go to get a motor, a small block, say a 2986, you know what I'm saying? Only can make that small block as fast as I can make it. So if you ain't already got talent all the way on the breaking a world record, steroids only gonna help you. Like he said, 2/10, he only can do so much. So why would I get a junker and try to turn it into the fastest car in the world? I need something with already the aerodynamics.
Makes sense.
So it can hold the motor that I need to put inside of it.
Did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even realize what he said.
He didn't.
He really didn't realize what he said. To your face, Marty. He didn't realize what he just said.
No, he did. Tim Montgomery realized it. He know what I'm doing. He knows. He basically was saying, hey, their fighters are good, just like he was good, but they want to stay good. So they call Victor. They call him so they can stay good.
But what about that extra what about that big motor that he's talking about?
Yeah, that big motor. He said you ain't gonna do it on no car that's a junk car. You ain't gonna put no. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you got the car got to be already good and running.
Mm-hmm.
But
I already got the aerodynamic.
But you can take an old beat down car and put a brand new monster motor in it. He gonna run just as good.
Well, Victor Conte was here and he said he don't work with those type of fighters.
I know.
That's what he told me. That's what he told me. He told me he don't work with up and coming guys. No, he worked with everybody that's already good. That's what he told me.
Yeah,
like Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, she's bigging him up, and she's got the SNAC hat on. Y'all saw it. She has a fight coming up in next month, actually. And let's hear what she said 11 days ago. I just caught this early today. This is Clarissa Shields when she spoke on Victor Conte.
Asking me a franchise.
Well, you can go first.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was about to say, honestly, like, Victor Conte he actually, he got SNAC, SNAC, and he just want to send you supplements. That's it. And it's clean supplements. And it's not nothing that's over the top like the SNAC. I mean, I take the Expedite, the Proglycin, which is like it's like a protein, and it help you, I guess it's like a help you with your muscle recovery. But it's all natural stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he understands the integrity of the sport. And honestly, when all this shit came out, like I had to talk to Victor Conte because I'm like, man, I need to have a conversation with you because, we got Shane Mosley talking and we got everybody talking about how you supposedly helped them, do steroids And I'm like, bro, I need to understand, like, are you with the clean athletes or are you with the drug cheats? And he was just open and honest with me, and he was like, look, there was a time in a sport where everybody else in the world was hip to steroids, but America was doing it the clean way, and we was getting blew out. And he said that's what he wanted to support America. He wanted, the athletes in America to win. And I said, what made you come over to the other side? And he just said it was the integrity. He realized that hard work is needed, and that, if he was going to be a scientist, he said he wanted to be one that helped and did things the right way. And that's where I was like, all right, cool. Because I feel like if I would have asked somebody who was a drug cheat that question, they would have been like, they kind of would have blew it off, or would have been like, oh, it doesn't really matter, like how it happened. I learned my lesson. Now I'm here. He went into full explanation to me, because I'm like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, I take SNAC supplements, but I just, maybe 2-3 years ago, started taking vitamins. So it's like, when you talk about, do I need the SNAC stuff? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to see, like, what was the integrity, because he works with SNAC. He's not a part of the actual VADA, if that makes sense. He just know what he's talking about, and know that, listen, steroids do exist in our sport.
All right, I've heard enough. I'm going to play a little couple of excerpts of that. I have some questions for Clarissa Shields because there's a couple of things that she said, and I believe she's being genuine in what she's saying. But I talked to Victor 5 hours. I got all the evidence of my content with him. I've heard every interview the man has done. I have evidence of that. And I'm confused about something. A couple of things that she said, and it's not her fault. It's not her fault. She's just believing that Victor's, genuine and truthful the way he's talking. But a couple of contradictions in what he told her. And I want to ask her, but before I do, let me get this super chat, and I want to ask the panel real quick what y'all thought about that. Just give me 1 second. Let me double salute my guy, J Sir 72. He's a supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew. J Sir 72 says, that's why Terrence Crawford is looking like the Barry Bonds of boxing. Thank you for your support, J Star 72. And all basically he's saying is the SNAC program works. Now I need 30 seconds. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna let you start it off, Lucky. 30 seconds apiece. Because I got some questions. I got the questions now. Lucky, Andre, Dean, Carl, Triple D, everybody, 30 seconds. Just tell me, what did y'all think of what Clarissa Shields said? Lucky, it's on you. 30 seconds.
Hey, Marty, I'm at a lounge right now. It's pretty loud over here. But look, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny what she said, because she already know the background of him. And the fact that he said that he's only doing it to make sure that America got over. That doesn't really add up. It doesn't really add up. It sounds like something cool to say to her, but that don't really add up. We know why she really went over there, and that's because of Alicia. You see how strong Alicia looking over there. Alicia looking stronger than Angela Bassett. So you know why she went over there. But at the end of the day, I really want to focus more on Bill, bro. On Bill with the he's on the live and he snorting that line. That's what I really want to get done.
All right, we'll try to spin the block. We'll definitely try to spin the block on it. 30 seconds. Andre Noble, what do you think about what you heard Clarissa Shields say?
I ain't gonna lie, man. The whole time I hear her say everything, it sounds like that she could be very, like, somebody could manipulate her mind. You ain't going. I understand she probably was kind of curious, but how Mr. Conte was out there, how he talked your head off, whatnot, trying to manipulate everything to say to you, but knowing that you're a real one, you caught on to it. I don't think that she really catch on to everything. I mean, she sounds like she's very, that she probably thought he was honest and whatnot. Like, I don't know if she feel like that she like want to be manipulated or whatnot to stay afloat, but that's all I have to say.
Got you. Dean, 30 seconds, real quick. What did you think of what Clarissa Shields just said?
Hypocrisy at its finest, because Clarissa Shields was shouting at the top of her lungs to Alicia Bumgarner that she popped dirty, and Clarissa Shields also said prior that she don't think cheaters should be a part of boxing, but she associates herself with a known cheater in Victor Conte. And another thing I want to know is, how does she know that? She didn't even know Victor Conte was a part of helping Vada. So how do she know it don't have nothing in it? Did she do any testing? She didn't even know that Victor Conte was a part of VADA or helped start VADA. His words. I ain't got to say allegedly on that. That's his words. So you didn't even know that part because you went out there and said he's not even a part of VADA. That's not what Victor Conte said. Victor Conte said the whole VADA and getting it all started and putting the people together that actually was going to run VADA and is running VADA. He was the foundation of that. So she didn't even know that part. So it's hypocrisy at its finest. If you think that cheaters should not be a part of the sport of boxing, period, then you can't associate yourself with Victor Conte. It is as simple as that.
You got it. Carl Brown, 30 seconds. What you got? What's your take on what you heard Clarissa Shields say?
See, that's why, man. I'm happy I do got a family over here with people that got regular minds and really use their regular brain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, Clarissa Shields, she's thanks to all y'all that went before me too, because I agree with everything that y'all just said. She wanted to get down with the team. She was just trying to find a good way to say it to us. She's trying to say she remember, she was just calling Baumgartner all type of cheaters, all this and that, your PED. She want knockouts. She want exciting fights. She see Terrence Crawford over there. She's saying, "Oh, this got to be real." Cause I know Terrence Crawford. He ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe she's thinking like that. Me personally, she just wanted to get down with the team, and now she want to defend Victor Conte on what everybody's saying against him, because she just said he not down with VADA, but she knows arguments out in the street that people saying that he the one that created VADA. So come on, don't play with nobody intelligence like that. She just want to get down with the team. That's what I see.
I got it. All right, Triple D Texas is on you. 30 seconds. What was your take on what Clarissa Shields said?
That was a paid promo, in my opinion. That was a paid promo because, like everybody said, you were talking all about Alicia Baumgartner and how she was going through the situation, and then now you want to ask Victor Conte some information and you want to come out and defend him. Honestly, it probably was done because you probably been on his ass so much that he had to try to see if he can get somebody to help him out. That's all I'm saying. I can't trust it in the situation because now all of a sudden you just now start taking the supplements. So did you get your supplements tested? Did you do that before you started talking to him? I don't think you did. So to me, I feel like that was a paid promo.
All right. Well, let me tell y'all what I think. And I have to agree with, majority of everything which y'all said. I just had some questions, and I have to play her words again and see if we can get some answers later on.
He just want to send you supplements. That's it. And it's
Stop. He just wants to send you supplements, and that's it. My question: why? What's in it for him? Most people that own product, they're not just sending it to you for
I
free.
remember. Does he draw your blood? As I remember.
Hold on. Whoever said that, hold on. Mute your phone. Let me finish my point. I got you. Hold on. I got you. So, why does he want to send you the supplements? Does he want to? What does he want to sponsor you? Does he want to say, "I'll send you a check so that you can take my supplements, wear my paraphernalia as far as the branding goes, and then you'll make money"? Is that why he wanted to send you supplements? What is his end game as a businessman sending you free product? I'm talking about her as an athlete. I'm not talking about the non-athletes that he sent the free product to. You know, like Band Up, YSM Sports Media. I think somebody else got the product sent to him. Don't quote me on that, but I know those two were here and they publicized it. What
Mr.
would be his
Greg,
end
Mr.
goal?
Greg.
Right, Mr. Greg purchased his though, and so did Shaheed L. But Victor sent that to them for free. They're non-athletes, but I'm talking about to athletes. What would be the end goal of him sending free products to boxers? That would be my first question for Clarissa. Hold on 1 second. She said some other things I wanted to talk about.
Clean supplements. He actually like he got SNAC, you know, SNAC, and he just want to send you supplements. That's it, and it's clean supplements.
Stop. I'm not saying that his supplements are not clean. How does Clarissa Shields know that when none of the supplements have been tested thus far? And if they have, I haven't heard or seen any reports as of today. How does she know it's clean? Because Ryan Garcia thought the supplements he was taking was clean, just like other fighters took supplements that they thought were clean. And I'm not saying Victor Conte supplements are not clean. What I'm saying is, how does she know? She is not saying in her opinion. She's making a statement as it is as a definitive fact that they are clean. How does she know? Not saying that they're not, but how does she know?
And it's not nothing that's over the top like the SNAC. I mean, I take the Expedite, the Proglycin, which is like it's like a protein, and it help you. You know, I guess it's like a help you with your muscle recovery. But it's all natural stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he understands the integrity of the sport. And honestly, when all this shit came out, like I had to talk to Victor Conte because I'm like, man, I need to have a conversation with you because, you know, we got Shane Mosley talking and we got everybody talking about how you supposedly helped them, you know, do steroids.
Stop. She said how you supposedly. That's not supposedly, Clarissa. He did help Sugar Shane Mosley cheat and use performance enhancement drugs. That's what he said on Graham Basinger's interview, and even Sugar Shane Mosley came out and admitted it in a legal deposition. So it's not supposedly or allegedly. That's exactly what happened, Clarissa. Just wanted to clarify that.
And I'm like, bro, I need to understand, like, are you with the clean athletes or are you with the drug cheats? And he was just open and honest with me, and he was like, look, there was a time in a sport where everybody else in the world was hip to steroids, but America was doing it the clean way, and we was getting blew out. And he said that's what he wanted to support America, and he wanted, you know, the athletes in America to win.
All right, stop it. He said he supported America. Basically, what she's talking about is in the Olympics. That's why she used the word America. That's why she used the country America. She's referring to the Olympics. Okay? Tim Montgomery, Marion Jones. The list goes on and on. She's talking about America kept losing. Losing what? The competitions in the Olympics. And Victor Conte was so patriotic. That's the reason. I had a question on that. If it was all about being patriotic, was Sugar Shane in the Olympics when he fought Oscar De La Hoya that second time? Because that fight had nothing to do with the Olympics. But he gave Sugar Shane the cream and the clear and insulin. And Sugar Shane beat Oscar De La Hoya in that second fight. Okay, nobody don't want to. What about in 2018? Hold on, mute your phone. In 2018, when Millie Monroe Jr., when he tested positive for a banned substance while he was in the SNAC program, was he competing in the Olympics as a professional boxer? Oh, okay. What about in 2012 when Marlon Byrd, the baseball player, was with the SNAC program? He tested positive for a banned substance. Was he playing baseball in the Olympics? No. So what I'm saying is, I know he gave Clarissa that story like he was so patriotic and he did all of these things to help America. Come on. We know that that is absolutely false. What about Bill Romanowski in 1998 when him and the rest of the Denver Broncos, man, I just know all this stuff. Bill Romanowski wasn't competing in the NFL for no Olympic Games. Didn't he get caught with the stare? Wasn't he with Victor Conte? All I'm saying is, this is what he told Clarissa, but she didn't do her due diligence and fact check. All she did was hear his words with no evidence. That's what happened. I'm going to continue on.
And I said, what made you come over to the other side? And he just said it was the integrity. He realized that.
Stop. He's using one of my favorite words, integrity. I'm not trying to down Victor. I'm telling y'all, this program has had nothing to do with him today, but we're here now. Victor Conte has lied countless times in my face. I've seen him contradict himself over and over again here. He lacked integrity. I just showed where he contradicted himself from 2018 to now. Contradicting himself. There's no integrity in that. In fact, you know what integrity is? Show us the receipts of all the evidence that he claimed that he has. The 20,000 he put up for Nonito Donaire to do 24/7, 365. Where's the paperwork? Where's the integrity in that? In all of this stuff? But that's what his reason was for coming over here to the boxing. The red light district has no regulation on any of this. Okay.
Hard work is needed, and that, if he was going to be a scientist, he said he wanted to be one that helped and did things the right way.
Stop, Clarissa. You know good. I got to take my glasses off because double salute to my brother D-Town Boxing 214 is here. Clarissa, you know good and well there's no formal education. There's no prerequisite training. There's no degree. There's no qualification, nor are there any credentials that Victor Conte possessed today that says that he is legitimately a scientist, Clarissa. Everybody knows this. The man is taking and interpreting blood. He's not a medical professional, nor is he a scientist. So how can you say he wanted to be the scientist that did it the right way? He ain't no scientist. All right. My final point.
And that's where I was like, all right, cool. Because I feel like if I would have asked somebody who was a drug cheat that question, they would have been like, they kind of would have blew it off for what.
She said she feels like. I feel like you can't predict what somebody's going to say and do. How do you know that they would say that if they were a known cheat? How would you know how they would respond? You can't go by your feeling, but that's okay. Last point.
Been like, oh, it doesn't really matter, like how it happened. I learned my lesson. Now I'm here. He went into full explanation to me because I'm like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, I take SNAC supplements, but
what?
I just, what I'm saying, maybe 2-3 years ago, started taking vitamins. So it's like when you talk about, do I need the SNAC stuff? Like, no.
Whoa. Stop. Oh, don't move. Hold on.
I'm saying
you rewind it.
Matter like how it happened. I learned my lesson. Now I'm here. He went into full explanation to me because I'm like,
let me take my glasses off.
Like, yeah, I take SNAC supplements, but I just don't really matter.
Listen again.
Like how it happened. I learned my lesson. Now I'm here. He went into full explanation to me because I'm like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, I take SNAC supplements, but at
the end of the day, yeah, I take SNAC supplements. All right, come on.
Just, what I'm saying, maybe 2-3 years ago, started taking vitamins. So it's like when you talk about, do I need the SNAC stuff? Like, no.
What? Okay, so you take the SNAC supplements, and if somebody asks you, do you need the SNAC supplements? Like, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Because now what I'm going to have to do is ask Clarissa Shields the same question that I've been asking Bud, Haney, and the rest of them. If you don't need the supplements, then what did you go over there with him for? If you're already good, Clarissa, you don't need the supplements. Then what did you go over there for? That's all I'm asking. We need answers. Does everybody on the panel understand what I'm saying? Real quick.
Man, I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's
Completely. Because they cannot answer that question.
Let me see if they can do it in the chat, Dean. Chat, if you're listening under the sound of my voice, in the chat. Do all of you understand what I'm trying to say and what I have been saying? Just for the last 2 minutes. It's just yes or no. If you don't, I'll make sure I condense it and dice it again. But if you do, just yes or no in the chat. And if you can't put yes or no, the full answer, just the letter Y or the letter N would suffice. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just yes or no.
Hey, Manager Marty, you missed one point though, big dog. But I know you said this before, but you missed it. And I'm surprised.
Come on.
He lied to her. Literally lied to her. I'm going to show you how he lied to Clarissa Shields. Victor Conte lied to you on the first time that y'all met. You said that Victor Conte said he got into the sport of boxing to give y'all supplements and better the sport. But he gave Shane Mosley supplements that was illegal, that Shane Mosley said himself. And he was a part of the sport of boxing. So that's not what he came in the sport of boxing for. If he would have came in the sport of boxing for that, it would have never happened with Shane Mosley. Am I correct? So isn't that a lie?
That is a lie. And on top of that, I pointed that same lie out to Victor Conte, and he admitted that I was correct because he claimed that he got into the sport of boxing in 2005 in a comment section on my channel. And when he came up here, I was like, you know that that's not true. You entered in the sport of boxing in 2003 when you doped up Sugar Shane. And then he said, oh, yeah, right. And I got the email to prove that as well. But the thing about it is he came in the game of boxing cheating already. Wasn't like he came here to be no advocate or no scientist with integrity. We just got to tell the truth. And I'm not saying Clarissa is not telling the truth because I believe that she's just going by Victor's words. And Victor, and we know this, this is not an indictment on Victor Conte. The man does a great job finessing. He tried to do it here, and that's why I believe that he was sent over here to finesse you all, the audience, finesse me. And apparently somebody tried to stick me up with that old 38 rifle. And then I turned around, figured out what was going on, had my hands up. I disarmed them and turned it on them. And that's why they're still mad at me to answer your question, Carl Brown, from earlier.
Yeah, I told you. Hold up. Y'all go ahead. I got to take care of my kids.
So, Triple D, you still there?
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Everything you bringing out is another bag of receipts and the truth. But let them say you don't never have anything correct to say on your channel. Your channel is all made up and nothing factual. But these receipts is receipts.
Right. So I have to clarify something, Dean, before you speak. I know there's probably no such thing as a 38 rifle, but if I said 38 snub nose, I didn't want YouTube. That's a real gun. I didn't want YouTube to, when you start talking like violence. That's why I said a fake gun. That's why, but that was supposed to be the joke. 38 rifle. Okay, never mind, Dean. Go ahead, Dean.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
You know what's so crazy, John? Is that mean that everybody in all the YouTube community has lied to us? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they all say that they want to clean up the sport of boxing and that they don't want drug cheats and people like that a part of the sport of boxing. But then y'all allow Victor Conte, who came in the sport of boxing cheating. Bill, you said people who cheat in the sport of boxing deserve to be out forever. Did that mean you're trying to put a time limit on it? Well, it happened in 2002. Wasn't boxing the sport of boxing in 2003, Manager Marty? Boxing existed in 2003, correct?
Absolutely.
So if boxing existed in 2003 and everybody in YouTube channels feel that a guy that, well, he did cheat, but not in the sport of boxing, he did cheat in the sport of boxing. So why would you even associate yourself with somebody that cheat in the sport of boxing if you have the integrity that this man, that drug cheat shouldn't be a part of the sport of boxing? You cannot have it. Then your mamas always tell you can't have it both ways. It's a saying, y'all. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you think drug cheats and people that cheat in the sport of boxing shouldn't be involved in it, then Victor Conte should have never made it past 2003, chat, is what Dean is saying. We shouldn't even be talking. Why are we talking about Victor Conte if what they believe is true? Why is he allowed in the sport of boxing?
Man, they want Victor in here for their favorite fighter. As long as it's for their favorite fighter, they cool with it. But if Victor was down with somebody that their favorite fighter was fighting, if this shoe was fit on other, they would have been calling Victor all type of things. And we all see it. And we don't even have a dog in the race. We really just calling straight down the middle. I ain't hear none of us in here say that Devin Haney was our favorite fighter or Ryan Garcia was our favorite fighter. We've been talking about the SNAC program for Marty, how long you been? 3 years now?
Huh?
How long you been on YouTube? 3 years now?
No, I only been here a year and a half.
Well, that's even, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So we only been talking about SNAC since you came around because none of them was even touching on it. And when they did touch on it, they was acting like this, like Victor Conte disgusted them. Because we ain't had nobody out there filling out Victor Conte information or gave him a platform so he'd come on and spill his own beans on. He didn't go on a channel. He felt comfortable enough to come on your channel because he felt like I gotta get to him now. Maybe I can manipulate Manager Marty. He didn't know that you was gonna stand on your square the way you stood on your square, and he didn't know what type of dude you was. He just knew that you was onto something. And I've been saying that for a minute. He knew that you was onto something, and his reason of coming over here was to try to get you on his side, and you know what I mean. Look at it from his view, and you go telling his story for him. But you stood on business, and you've been trying to crack that code for how long now? And now they hate you for talking about something that they didn't even like from the beginning. But now all of a sudden that they favorite fighters all in this mix. And now Victor Conte let out a couple of more beans out the bag. And then now all of a sudden they support Victor. Come on, man. These dudes, they clowns. They only doing it for their favorite fighter.
Well, I would definitely have to agree with you. They are doing it because Devin Haney is the favorite fighter. And it's unfortunate. If you go back and look at Bitter Beef, right? He tested positive and had an adverse finding. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't find too many YouTubers been talking about that. That was like water under the bridge real quick. If Ryan Garcia would have tested positive for Asterine, and I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying I'm predicting how somebody behaves. If Ryan Garcia would have tested positive for Asterine after he fought somebody like D'Alessandro, we probably wouldn't even be getting this much press every day on YouTube about it.
Nope.
If he fought an Uber driver and tested positive for Asterine, I probably wouldn't be hearing too much about it. And that's the whole thing. People are picking and choosing, while we talking about. I've been talking to Canelo too, but I've been talking about SNAC, Vada, Victor. I've been talking about this for a whole year, and people were criticizing me. People were not in agreement with me. People were in my comment section insulting me. Thank you, Dean, for that good video you did to hold people accountable. And then we in a real life situation today with Ryan Garcia and Victor Conte because he owns SNAC. And now we know, which I've been telling y'all before he got here, that he's affiliated in some way influentially, not financially, but influentially with VADA. And people had a problem with that. But now we here now, and all of this stuff is really unfolding. Double salute, Boxing Hacker. Thank you for your support and contribution to the channel. Boxing Hacker says in the super chat, not to play the devil's advocate, but Conte past is known, but there is no proof he has done anything as of recent. So why are we generating all of this speculation? What is the actual accusation? I think that's a good question, but let me start this off, Boxing Hacker. I don't like the devil, and I don't like any advocates that advocate for him. I don't roll with them. I roll with God. So you don't have to play devil's advocate here. Just ask me straight, all right? Now, when you say Conte's past is known, but there is no proof he has done anything as of recent, I agree with you. No, not that I agree with you that he hasn't done any cheating recently, because I don't know. But what I do know that there is no proof that he has done anything recently. He hasn't done anything to change the sport. I know that for a fact. I know he hasn't done anything to change the testing. What I mean is that the testing protocols, his words, not mine, 20 years ago was inept. When he came here to interview with me 20-something years later, he's still standing on the fact that the testing is inept. So what changes did he make as an anti-doping advocate? None. If the testing is still inept, and he said that he worked with WADA, USADA to help them with their testing procedures, well, why aren't there any changes that have been made? Everything is basically still the same. Let me give an example, because somebody gonna come back at me and say, prove it. And I already got the proof. Victor was already here. I already clarified it with him, and I'm going to reiterate it. When athletes was using EPO back then, back 20 years ago, they can still use EPO today and get away with it. When they was using testosterone back then, they can still use testosterone and get away with it. When they were using anabolic steroids back then, because the testing was inept, Victor Conte says there is no such thing as anyone using anabolic steroids anymore. Those were his words, but we know that that's not true. We do also know that he said that the testing is flawed. He said there are substances that basically are undetectable, like that IGF-1, LR3, insulin growth factor 1. It's no test for it. You can buy it over the counter. It's readily available online. It's stronger and more potent than HGH. These are his words on Jason Whitlock's channel. Basically, what I'm saying is this stuff been around even when he was actively cheating with athletes. So when you say that there's no proof he has done anything as of recent, I agree. He ain't do nothing. How do we know that he changed? We don't know. How do we know his supplements, like Clarissa Shields said, are clean? We don't know. Where's the evidence? I'm not saying he didn't change, but I need to see evidence. I can't go by hearsay. I don't go by hearsay. We all know that about me. Where's the evidence? Prove to me that he's an anti-doping advocate. Just prove it. Because watch this. When this happened with Ryan Garcia, he spoke up because it was Devin Haney. But when Louis Ortiz got popped, I just played it for y'all, that audio. If you don't believe and you wasn't here and you late, all you got to do is go to this video right here, 2018. He said that Louis Ortiz possibly could have tested positive before he fought Deontay Wilder the first time for nandrolone because it could have been in supplements. But then on TMZ Sports, right here, May 3rd, last month, he said the only way nandrolone can be in a person's system is if it was cooked up in an underground basement lab, that they don't put it in supplements. So which one is it? All I'm saying is there has not been any changes. I've been more of an anti-doping advocate than he has thus far. D-Town Boxing has as well. All I'm saying is that we need answers.
Hey, Manager Marty.
Hold on one second, Deem. I got you. So there is no accusations over here. I'm calling everything down the middle, and I've been doing it for a while. And here's the thing, Boxing Hacker, I'll have you do this because I'm not accustomed of seeing you in the chat. You can go on my page right here on YouTube. All you got to do is keep scrolling up and down. You're going to see me put video after video after clip after clip after clip after clip, proving contradictions that was made by Conte in front of me. And I'm not editing his answers either. I'm not cutting it off. No, I'm giving the question, then the answer, then I'm putting proof on the screen. So I agree. He ain't done nothing that I know of. There's no proof of. For instance, we talking proof. Where's the receipts at for the 365 24/7 that he said he paid $20,000 for Edwin Rodriguez and Nonito Donaire in 2012? Where's the receipts on that? Because Tim Bradley said that he paid $20,000. I proved this last week. He paid $20,000 for his opponents to be tested for 8 weeks of camp before they tested before they fought to make sure that his opponent wasn't cheating. He put up $20,000. So if Tim Bradley put up $20,000, right, to do 7 to 8 weeks of testing for his opponent, then how can Victor put up $20,000 for 365 24/7? Well, how many times was these guys tested for 365 24/7 tested if it cost 20 grand and then it cost 20 grand for 7 weeks when Timothy Bradley put it up? I'm just trying, all I'm saying, there's no proof of this. So there is no actual accusations here. I'm just calling out all the facts and putting it out there. That's it. And I hope I answered your question. Moving right along. Oh, okay. Hold on. Real quick. By way of definition, he has been an anti-doping advocate. Well, what has he done? Name 3 things that he's done right now. What implementations have he published and produced as an anti-doping advocate? You tell me. We're going to jump on the next subject because we got to go. But what has he done? You said by way of definition. Who crowned him as an anti-doping advocate? He's self-proclaimed. You don't have to have a degree in anti-doping advocacy, from what I understand. He calls himself an advocate, but we haven't seen any evidence. And if you say that he posts people's test results, well, that's not good enough because there's test results that we still haven't seen. For example, since you call him an anti-doping advocate, we're still waiting for the fact that Terrence Crawford wasn't tested when he fought David Ebenezer. There's no evidence of that. I asked Victor Conte, and he told me that the owner of BLK Prime did not have the money for it. So I could have left it alone and gave him an out and said, all right, that's understandable if the guy had the money. But I didn't. I stood tall and said, well, you an advocate, right? Couldn't you have paid for the testing as an advocate? And guess what he said? Yeah, I could have. So as an advocate, why didn't he pay for it? Terrence Crawford is his fighter. See, that's the kind of questions that I want answered. That's all I'm saying. I make too much sense when I talk. Now, speaking of this, I'm going to give us the opportunity to do this because we exceeded the limit that I wanted to stay on, but I'm glad I had a great panel tonight, and the chat was live and living color. Man, we had a great time. Frank versus Tank. Let's give a brief preview on it. Carl Brown, I'll start with you.
All right.
People are saying, Carl, that this is Tank Davis's first time fighting a black fighter. Now, you know people are saying this because of this. They're saying it because they're not used to seeing Tank get in the ring with a black or African-American fighter. But I told y'all last year, matter of fact, I got a video from November 2023, if people don't believe me. Back then and last year around this time, I told everybody, I got all the evidence. The Gervonta Davis, Adrien Broner, Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, 4 fighters have one thing in common. And I said they don't have experience on their resume competing consistently with black fighters. I said that. My point is now it's starting to be, I guess, noticeable. I don't know. What difference does it make? Well, I was talking from a perspective of the business of boxing. But Carl Brown, Frank Martin, he's black. He's undefeated. Tank Davis is undefeated. They're going to fight in Vegas next Saturday. We're going to do a brief preview on it, and then as time progresses, we're going to do a real big breakdown on it and prediction. But just for the night to just spark the fire, what's your take on this fight, Carl?
I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, actually, I'm lying. No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like it because everybody know that before Frank Martin was fighting Tank Davis, from the first time I seen Frank Martin, I seen how he fight and all that. I named him my #1 guy at 135. So you know what I mean. That's why I don't like it, because I like Tank too. But I like it, and I ain't gonna lie. I really believe that. Oh man, the way I see it, I could see Frank really lasting with Tank all the way to 12, and I think that it's gonna be a moment Frank gonna hurt Tank. And Tank gonna hurt him, but I think it's gonna be enough that for our eyes at home that we gonna see Frank Martin win. I think they're gonna give it to Tank, but it's gonna be that close though. But that's just me, and I think Frank Martin could take a bigger, a better punch than people thinking he could. Like, but that's something I've been saying. Like, I think Frank Martin been that #1 guy. He just didn't have the resume or anything to get him. His style, everything, his countering, everything. Like, I like everything about him. But yeah, I actually think it's gonna go 12, and not because I'm a Frank Martin fan. I really believe that Frank Martin gonna do enough that us at home would say. If it went Frank Martin way, I was cool with that. Tank Davis got it, I'm cool with that. But I really think that they both gonna get hurt in that fight from each other.
All right, good point, good point. Andre Noble, what's your take on Frank versus Tank? Brief preview, what you got?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I love the fight. Man, I really can't wait till they put the gloves off for promotion of this fight. Before this, I think they might make this look easy. They going everything that, especially the people take out in this camp. And how you doing, Greg? Um, for the people that he got in this camp, Adrien Broner, about half of Baltimore he got in his camp. That boy's working, and he is focused. And this is the most focused that Tank has ever been. And I mean, man, like, I think he's gonna make this look too easy, man. It might take a couple of rounds because because Frank, he's very athletic. He is explosive. He got good foot movement. Like, that boy's tough. That mother probably. But it's just me. But I think he's gonna make it look easy, man. And definitely right there.
All right, you got it. Triple D, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. Frank Martin versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I mean, give us your preview. What you got on it? We don't have to give a big prediction if you don't want to. It's up to you. Frank versus Tank. What you got?
Honestly, I feel like this is gonna go into Tank's hand. I mean, Tank is gonna win. I see this ending probably on round 10 or 11. And I only say this because people underestimate Tank IQ. They feel like the only thing he has is just that power. But Tank reads you in them first couple of minutes, maybe first 2 rounds. He's reading and seeing what you got going on. Once he figures out what you got going on, it's like an adjustment real quick. And I do want to see him go against a quick southpaw, which is going to be a good point of view for us to look at dealing with Frank. But I just feel like that power and that IQ is going to be the thing that's going to break Frank down. Because in our last fight that we've seen with Frank, in fights that Frank should have took care of his opponent, it went to the end, and it took a long time for him just to try to understand the fighter that he got in front of him. Versus with Tank, unless Tank just want to play around with you, he gonna get you out of there. So I feel like in the 10th, 11th round, that fight will be over with.
All right, fair enough, Mr. Greg. Always a pleasure of having you up, my brother. I know you came up during the Frank versus Tank segment. I don't know if you want to, speak on anything else.
I
Me,
just
I'll
got
let you.
here. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna belabor anything. I
All
kind of agree with Tune a little bit in terms of Frank. I think Frank.
Who triple D?
No, Tune was on first, wasn't he?
No, Tune not here. That was Andre Noble.
Oh,
Carl
I'm
Brown.
sorry. I'm sorry. I
Carl
thought,
Brown and Triple D.
okay, I tend to think that Frank's athleticism will pose a little bit of a challenge for Tank initially, and I say that only because he hasn't been in the ring in a little bit as well. But I think he'll read him. But there will be some moments that I think that Frank will probably have. I just think he tends to doubt himself sometimes. It just looks like that to me. I see. I think I see Tank doing some things that we don't normally see him do. That will bring in my opinion, the win for him. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know whether Frank can stand up to the power if it touches him in the right place. Now, if his defense is strong enough to keep him from getting hurt, I think he can go the whole 12 rounds. I don't think that's going to happen because there probably going to be some body shots that's going to slow things down, particularly with the way that Frank likes to move a little bit. But it's an enjoyable fight, and I think it's a fight that will bring everyone out. We've been talking about, as I always say, we talk about fights more than we get them. So now we're getting one that's worthwhile watching. So the way I look at it, there'll be some moments. We'll get excited about those moments, but ultimately, I think Tank will pull out will win the fight, I should say. That's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. I heard when I came on, y'all, where you were just winding down with what was happening with, I guess there's something must have happened with Victor Conte again. So you were winding down, but I suspect he done said something crazy or somebody done said something either toward you or something is happening with Ryan again that involves Victor, because I saw a little blurb where they having some dispute or Victor is accusing Ryan of doing something, and the ongoing soap opera is what I'm kind of feeling about it. Is there something that happened today that someone said something to you or about you again?
I don't know. I didn't hear anybody say nothing about me this time. But
hey, I don't know if you heard anything, but the supplement company that Ryan put out that actually had Oscarine in it, one of the supplement companies, they're suing Ryan.
Wow.
Have you heard that?
I did kind of see that, Andre. But who isn't suing each other over this now? Isn't Jake Paul trying to sue Ryan as well? And,
no, they threw that away.
They did what now?
No, they threw that lawsuit away because Ryan apologized, I guess.
Oh, okay. And isn't Prograve suing Devin? And everybody's suing, because of some, what's been said or what hasn't been said. That's why it's just an ongoing soap opera. And I heard that there's some guy I saw his name, but I didn't hear him. I don't think I heard him speak, who's is sort of defending Victor for whatever reason, or speaking on his behalf, I guess. I don't know, because I came in very late. I just got here. So overall, this is interesting. The thing that I always think we should be talking about are the fights that are going to happen, and we got one that's going to happen. So I hope this fight is a good fight. I hope all the other things that are taking place outside of previous fights and people suing doesn't cloud the fact that we may actually get a great fight that we all want to see, that we at least want to enjoy. So I hope that does happen, because I'm sick of the soap opera.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear about a lawsuit. I did see that there were statements being made by the companies, but I don't expect them to do anything else different, but to clear their company's name and their brand. I don't expect them to do anything different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did y'all talk about the Wilder fight, or was that last week that y'all talked about it?
That was on the other day. Sunday.
Okay, I missed it.
But it wasn't a panel though. I was on by myself.
Okay. Yeah.
But I told y'all on a Sunday and even last week, we got some good boxing coming up. Good boxing all summer long. Good boxing coming up, active cards. I mean, it was unfortunate that we saw Deontay Wilder go out the way that he did. I talked about that on Sunday.
Oh, I did see it. I'm sorry, I did see it. And you did say somebody was going to go.
I told y'all last week, I said this ain't going to hold 12. Somebody get knocked out. I knew that.
I've been seeing that they're trying to claim it was a sucker punch. I don't think it was, in my opinion.
Who's saying that?
I've seen some
content creators
calling it a sucker punch, but they done shown the punch and every angle that you could imagine, and no, it wasn't. Wilder got spun around, but when he got the second punch, it wasn't one he couldn't see. It was just one he couldn't do anything about.
Well, in boxing,
oh no, I was gonna say it wasn't the fact that he spun around. His videos showing him practicing doing that.
Who?
In the middle of the Deontay Wilder doing the spin around, and if you look at the warm up that he was doing, and it's another video where he's training, he does his spin around like it's a full spin, but on this one he's slow motion on that one, and that's what he was practicing doing. Crazy that it sounds, he was practicing that.
Well, he should have practiced better. That's all.
Who's his trainer again?
Malik Scott. I think.
Who?
Malik Scott. Malik Scott.
The guy from Philly?
Yeah.
I mean, he cool and all, but he ain't no trainer. He ain't no trainer, bro.
Well, if he was teaching them that,
it was crazy.
That's a dance move.
That was a rhetorical question. I know that Malik Scott is.
Man, look, I couldn't believe it. I was surprised when I saw it, and I'm sitting like, bro, what are you doing? Thinking you could have spin around on a dude that's almost 70 or 80 pounds more than you.
Well,
you coming in as a bridgerweight. This dude coming heavy.
I told people Sunday, and I'll say it again, and then I'll let everybody go. Wilder made a fatal mistake when he fired Mark Breland. He ain't been the same since, and hasn't had a legitimate trainer since. No disrespect to JD's, because I know JD's brought him up in the game and brought Mark Breland in the camp. But the bottom line is, you can't teach a guy like Wilder how to box. He's not a boxer. He shouldn't be on the balls of his feet, using lateral movement and all that. He got power, and he utilized that power more effectively when he's moving forward and backing his opponents up. And I don't know, man. It's just unfortunate, but I always say this. Fighters get beat up or fighters get beat down. And we know fighters get beat up when we see them take physical punishment inside the ring. But then fighters get beat down when you see how they can't recover, or if the psychological trauma that the physical beat up take, they can't shake it off and they're never the same. This has been going on in the history of boxing. You have not heard nobody else on YouTube in the boxing community say those words except for me, and I'm gonna stand by it. I've been saying those words before I even got on YouTube. But yeah, fighters get beat up and fighters get beat down. And I was explaining this to a buddy of mine. when he kept trying to ask me yesterday, why was Wilder seeming like he was hesitant to throw punches, or he was pawing the jab and not sticking it out? And why did he keep doing it in the last couple of fights? And I said, this is what happened when fighters experience trauma. You see, everything is psychological when it comes to boxing. It's just like being in your car and you get rear-ended. You slowing down. Before you get to a stop, someone comes and boom, rear end you. You experience trauma. What happens when you recover or semi-recover and you start driving again? Guess what's going to happen? Because your brain remembers trauma and we get triggered, right? So you get in your car after all that's over. You went to physical therapy, you back, you still might have pains here and there, but you're able to drive again. When you start slowing down initially, guess what you're going to start doing? You're going to look in your rearview mirror. You're going to make sure when you slowing down, nobody's too close to you on your rear because trauma has occurred. And that's what happened with fighters in boxing. They're still human. They're not machines and robots. They're human. So Deontay Wilder experienced trauma. And that's why fighters get gun shy. They're not as reckless with their punch output because they know punches are coming back from counters. It's a lot of different things that fighters do to show telltale signs of them getting beat down. And I'm not the one to tell Wilder he needs to retire. That ain't my place. But I will say he should consider it immediately.
What's been written is his mother is asking him to do that.
Yes. He's 38 years old. He made a lot of money in his business. He started out in boxing late. He accomplished a lot and was the world heavyweight champion. This man deserves all the credit in the world. And for him to get in boxing for the reason that he got into it was to help his daughter in her medical condition and medical expenses. He's a good father, a good man, a good fighter, and a world champion. He will always be a world champion. So we got to still give him credit where it's due. Double salute to my guy, Edward. I don't know if he's still here. He cashed at me, but everybody was talking a little earlier, and I just saw it. So double salute to my guy, Edward. And he was actually making a comment about Clarissa Shields. And basically what he said was she doesn't even, let me read it. She doesn't even know what he is giving her, referring to whatever products or supplements that she's taken from Victor Conte. He had a heck of a story, heck of a run. Thanks, Mr. Finesse. And, well, we'll be back here live again Friday. Come on back over. We're going to get it in again. This was a good show. If you missed it, any parts of it, I recommend that you watch the replay of the live. Man, we did a good job on the panel. All the panelists, thank all the panelists that came up earlier that's not here and the ones that's still here with us now. I appreciate you guys. Y'all already know, all of you all. Y'all are more than welcome to come back at any time we do the panel. Thank everybody in the chat that came through, all the super chats, the cash apps, and super thanks I received, and super stickers. Thank y'all for your contribution and your support. Man, we're going to have some big boxing coming up. Come on back Friday because you know Broner and Blair Cob is fighting on Friday. And I have to leave everybody with this because Mr. Greg came late, that Blair Cob had a SNAC strength and conditioning coach in his corner. And we're going to see if the SNAC works again.
I hope it does.
So hey. I had to leave you with that laugh, Mr. Greg.
I love to get it.
But listen, Blair Cobb body been looking like it's been cut up like a bag of dope in the 80s, Mr. Greg. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to see. So hopefully we come back Friday and we can all, give a recap on the results of that fight. Appreciate you
coming on after the fight. After the fight is over,
I don't know what time it come on. We might still be on while that's going on. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna buy it on Triller TV.
Triller TV?
Yeah, if you got the app, I went ahead and got it. It's like $40.
You said 20 or 40?
40.
40?
40.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I might purchase that. See, and you know, I might do a play-by-play. We'll see.
Are you gonna do a live for it?
Oh, that's possible. Totally possible.
You gonna do a commentary?
That's possible.
You do a commentary. You in the fight.
Huh?
You do a commentary. I'm gonna watch you in the fight.
Oh, absolutely, my brother. Appreciate the support, Dre, as always. Appreciate you.
I'm about to get off.
All right, listen. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Y'all know how to do. Come on, check us out. We be back here on Friday. I'm just so excited. Appreciate everybody. I'm just going to dismiss everybody from right here. And all I want to say is double salute to all my guys. Carl Brown, you know you family. Mr. Greg, you know you family. I'll check each and every last one of y'all out on Friday. I usually leave with my 3 words, roll the tape. But because of the foundation of this live, I'm going to leave with my other 3 words and put it on the screen. We need answers.